could explain that for the people. People would like to know how that came about.
They want to know. Hold on, we got to fix the background up. It's not Knicks rehab right now. I sound way too chill right now, huh? Way too chill, huh?
Greased his beard up. He got the curls flourishing today.
Way too chill, huh?
Yeah, way too chill. He said
the hottest on the planet.
They said, is he homeless? He's in his car. They said, nah, he's at home.
His car is his home. His car is his home. Yo, they were going crazy in the comments. Yo, we love it. We love it.
All of it. We love all of it.
He had one of his little minions jumping on joint right now talking about, yo, you ain't say nothing to kill. We gonna let up. See, man, we're not interested in your comments, in your opinions. That's what he told us. We're interested in your opinions. That's why you in our comments, meathead.
We're minions, mere mortals. Sorry. They said
you trying to go off clout.
How could you be clout?
Imagine I am. Yeah, I am. What are you talking about?
Imagine that, right?
That's what the game is about, man. They say it's about clout. When you get it, what you gonna do with it? AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Too chill for Gil. RP, what up?
RP, what up?
Yo, Big Baby Jonathan, good looking. Good looking, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Turbo in the building. What up? Darlene. Oh, man. Oh, excuse me. We got to play the R&B music.
Darlene, what up, sis?
Gil responded to me on YouTube a couple of times on his Stockton video. But did he react to your video on his live, dog? Yo! Are you crazy? He reacted. Big Flea, you don't gotta wait for the sound effects. We ain't got that kind of money over here.
We ain't got that type of paper. Not yet.
I live out my car, B.
They said, what is he, homeless? He said, nah, he at home. He at home. He's in his car. He's at home.
Come on, man. You know who I be. That's the laugh, but you know who we love.
Big Flea. Never the little one.
Never that. Never that. Gilbert.
I'm at my house now, Gil. I'm not in the car anymore. I'm at my house
now. Hold on.
I'm in my palatial estate.
Oh, let me get right. Before I go back to the table for a one-liner. You heard me? You heard me? Huh? You can zoom in on the glasses, Gil.
He was mad at the glasses.
I don't know why.
What happened?
You might see something fine walking by. What's wrong with you, Gil?
Yeah.
What you doing? You ain't the only one out here. What you
Look at my glasses. Look at my glasses. I'm back active. Active. Very.
No chill, Gil. Now, you know us, man. We nothing but a bunch of old men over here, man. I was taking a nap. 1:30 Eastern time, maybe 2:30 Eastern time. Two called me like, yo, Big Baby Jonathan. Shout out to Big Baby Jonathan, West Coast
shout
love.
Out to Big Baby Jonathan.
Big Baby Jonathan just called me. He said, Gilbert Arenas is getting at y'all on YouTube. I said, what? Look at my phone like, oh, he is. Is this real? Oh, it was real. Shedding them thug tears.
When I sent it to my man first said, is this AI or is this What is this? I said, nah, this is real.
This is y'all up to your shenanigans. Everything we do is not just for shenanigans, okay, guys? 13,000 views. So Gilbert Arenas jumped on a live today on his No Chill Gil, his personal YouTube account. He didn't like what we said. He jumped in our comments first. Should I go to the comments first? Yeah, let's do a proper introduction. He didn't like what we said.
Let's walk this back. Let's set the table so people understand how this interaction originates.
Right. Woj retired from ESPN. Gilbert Arenas goes crazy on him. Not even crazy. All he said was like, yo, Woj was moving on to his alma mater, the school he went to, and he's going to be a general manager. We don't even know what the hell he's going to be. And the first thing Gilbert Arenas says, he don't know nothing about basketball anyway, right? So we comment on it. We like, damn, like, why would you? That's the first thing out your mouth? So we made the video. We added the other one, Gil's Arena. I seen No Chill Gil in the comments. Huh? What up? Let me look for the comment real quick. I'm going to slow walk y'all because,
Yeah, we got to slow walk this, y'all. Slow walk this because it got real active this afternoon. Real active.
This is your man. Gilbert Arenas talks like he tweets. He tweets like he talks. He's crazy. He said, oh, no, y'all think those guys know actual sports? Sorry to tell you, 99% of what they say comes from the producers, giving them the answers or telling them what they like to say. Like on our show, Joe, that'll be Josiah, has an earpiece. Shout out to Josiah with West Coast Love. Joe has an earpiece in, so communicate with the 3 or 4 producers so he can correct us if we get something wrong because they were on computers fact-checking. He breaks information that is leaked to him. That's not knowing sports. That's knowing the right GM. AllBall TV official response. Laughing my ass off. Thanks for the response. Means a lot, but sometimes you don't know what the hell y'all be talking about. We don't need to keep being great. By the way, no one goes to Woj to learn about a 1-4 flat. We got a million channels teaching us about a pack-the-line defense and just one Woj. Let's go Knicks, baby. He did respond to this. Oh, there's another response over here. Oh, it's not coming up. I don't know. But he was basically going in saying, Woj, he's like a rat on the streets. The first thing I thought was like, you calling Woj Alpo? And then two goes, Adrian Pojanowski. So we just having a ball now. Little did we know, he was going to make a video about us. Woo! Gilbert. What's up, honey bunny? Hold on. My daughter's interrupting this crazy live. So we're going to slow walk it even further.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can eat there.
Wow, what up,
We don't even care. We're here, baby. Then today, oh my. Oh me, oh my. I don't know if I'm the Steph Curry looking like an AllBall is.
I don't know. I've been trying to figure this out for the longest.
But he does call AllBall Derek White, which is crazy because my hairline is lopsided. And people have told me I look like Steph Curry. So I guess thanks for the love, Gil.
You heard that before?
Gil. Yes.
Interesting.
And here's No Chill Gil. If there's any commercials, we're gonna click right off that. You know how we do.
They say I'm live. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yeah, you can hear me. What it do?
Let's get right to the point, Gil.
What's up? Welcome.
And we speed things up.
Happy Monday again. Happy Monday again. Man, ready for him? Woj personally, but I can tell you this. Bryant, come on. Over here just crying. These boys just crying about fucking Woj. I don't even know Woj personally, but I can tell you this.
Why you get serious?
One player in the NBA did a farewell tour for that motherfucker, did they? No. No, sir. Nope. Huh? It only made news because ESPN, where he worked, released it. No one actually gave 2 fucks about it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that hurt your feelings. But that you're jumping through the hoops for whoa, damn, you slave ass. Whoa, man. Let's hear him. This is sad. But I don't even know how I became the bad guy for them. But it's like I didn't even, you know, I looked at their page and it's anti-Gilbert for some reason. Like if you're gonna beef with me and you're gonna not like me, I gotta give you a reason. Let me give you the reason. Right? You just don't pick reasons. Let me get it to you. Okay?
Please do.
Let me get it to you guys. Here
Look.
Let's go.
Yeah.
TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentarios.
You can't take it seriously. Yeah, all right.
Talent. Reading of alma mater sports. From a guy who don't know sports.
Wow.
Okay, there's a difference between reading sports from what producers give you. Yes. Like that's reading. That's what you get your degree for. I don't really know what I know. Versus going out there picking talent. I don't think you do so much with the talent, but roster management, NIL resources, all that stuff. Obviously, no way to NIL schools to get those bags. Okay, so you don't need to know any information so you don't need to know sports. You got connection relations.
I'm gonna be real. Cheryl Swoops and Gilbert Arenas are diabolical together.
Look, he laughed.
I'm gonna be honest. They show that. Like they
Look, he's trying to
bleeds,
listen. He's trying to hold it back. He's trying to hold it back. But you know you love AllBall. That's the problem.
Wait, slow this down. Slow this down. This is going a little too fast. Slow this down a little bit. Slow that speed down.
That's how I listen to stuff, by the way.
He's off the TV. Do you just see how they just it's almost like they're match made in heaven. It's like two Lex Luthor.
I don't even know what. Do you know what hate and giving an opinion is, or giving an assessment? There's
He
two
can't be
different
serious.
things. Hating is Rashad to LeBron James.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's genuine.
We agree.
1000%.
Keep going, Gil.
Hate. Right?
No, please. What kind of universe are we watching ourselves, watching somebody watch us? We live in a crazy world.
So, yo, this world is different now. They reacted to the reaction of the reaction.
No retractions, Gil. Get ready.
Giving an opinion with no bias information, that's not necessarily hate. Like we can look at your content and say you hate me, right? I don't know if that's true or not.
Hold on, Fleet. Do we hate him?
Yes.
We hate him?
Some of the things he says.
Let's keep it real.
Some of the things he says.
I love him.
But I told y'all a month or two ago how I just started like really invest. Like I was anti Gilbert only because I just didn't like how he delivered what he was delivering. But I've always said he's a brilliant dude. The dude knows the game. Can't never argue if he doesn't know the game or not. You learn something when he's talking without all the extra bullshit. But when you add the bullshit in there, it's hard to digest what he's saying sometimes because he starts adding all that extra shit. When he's talking the game, when he's teaching, because that's what I call it, from a teaching perspective, like nah, he's one of the, for me, out of all of these content creators, all of these basketball players, when they talk basketball, yeah, I can listen to him talk basketball.
And you know, because that's that. It's like when they say we hate Stephen A. Smith. If you see my channel, you think I hate Stephen A. Smith. He's from Queens. I hate the things that he did to Max Kellerman, certain things that we don't like, but y'all polarizing just like him.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. We know the people that do it. Shout out to Dime Dropper. You Dime Dropper's favorite guy, Gilbert. But you know, the pure, I understand that people got information. And what we always say, hey, Gil, Flea really is part of your alumni. He hates my guts on the low. He tells me all the time, I can't hit a layup. What am I doing talking about basketball? So the arrogance, we welcome it all.
Right.
Me and Flea went at it over the Dream Team, over what was it? Draymond Green.
I don't know. That,
no, Fabian, that's what I'm saying. Draymond ruined the Golden State Warriors. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it gets testy. So it always comes from that perspective. But I think that's the easy way out for hoopers. Oh, you didn't hoop, so now you don't know. Hold on. Let's have a conversation.
Absolutely.
They've opened the door for everybody to talk hoops now, unfortunately.
Wait, who did?
Man, that's a great question. I don't want to give the answer. That's why I said they, because I'm not sure. It's very much a lot of different circles have opened the door. But there was a time when you was in the barbershop and you knew you couldn't hang, you shut the fuck up. There was a time. with certain cats in the barbershop didn't speak because they knew I can't hang in this conversation. Yeah, stay over there.
And even then, they sound like y'all. Gil.
I doubt it.
Two Dr. Dooms. It's like, how do you say anything?
Look, he wants to
bad
laugh
about Woj
with his fake angry
And
face.
I get upset when these players think because you didn't play, you don't know the game.
He's looking on how to hate.
How do you know Woj don't know the game?
Easy. Ooh.
Look, he was looking. He was waiting for
I'm gonna
it.
go back and say because he didn't play it, so he doesn't know it.
People can't see it.
He watches it like you guys, but he doesn't know it. Like I watch fires, right? But I don't know fires like a fucking fireman or pyro, right?
Pause this.
I watch motherfucker.
He started giving examples, right? He gave an example here. Then at the 49-50 mark, I done watched this a couple times already, y'all. I done watched this about 2 or 3 times already.
Yo, Flea, I got you for the rest of the night. No Diddy. What up, Gil? We know you in here. You in your burner.
Yeah, he got to be on this burner. He ain't in here regular Gil. Nah.
He might be busy. Remember, it's 5 o'clock. I'm sorry. So he had a couple of examples. You watched it several times.
But the examples have been horrible the entire time.
His
The
analogies
examples
are
have been awful. He's about to say he watched Doogie Howser but didn't know how to become a doctor. Watch him cook, y'all. Watch him cook.
Fucking Doogie Howser growing up, right? I watched motherfucking Doogie Howser growing up. Don't mean I know how to do fucking surgery. Same concept, dog.
Yo.
Right?
Pause that. Wait, pause it. You didn't put it up for the people. Fabe, you didn't put it up for the people. Pause that, rewind it. Look at this dude tell us he watched Doogie Howser but does not know how to be a doctor.
Yeah. I watched motherfucking Doogie Howser growing up.
It's not up.
I can't put it anymore.
I know how to do fucking surgery. Same concept, dog. Right? If I asked you, him, Rob Parker, just a little snipe for him, just.
You threw a shot at, yo, hold on. What was the show? I didn't put it on here. What was the show? What you meant with Anthony Anderson back in the day?
Anthony
on Channel 4?
Hang Time.
Yo, please. I watch Hang Time. That don't mean I. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
He said I watched Doogie Howser.
I watched Will Smith on First Prince of Bel-Air. Now I think I know how to play. Shut up, Gil. That was garbage.
That was awful. Some of these examples he's given, god awful. Awful.
I watch Fires.
Just to remind him that, motherfucker, I know you still out there. Do you think they've ever been inside an NBA practice? And I think you need to understand that concept. Do you think out of all the years Woj or any of these sports analysts, do you think they've ever been inside an NBA practice? How about this? From the guy who played 10 years, never once seen any of the people who reported on us inside an NBA practice. Just to give you the information. So when you ask me, how do I know he doesn't know? Nigga, because he doesn't know.
I didn't ask you that. I never
you don't know
asked
what our
you
plays are. You don't know what.
Wait. Did Two ask him that? He said,
No,
"How does
he's
he know
about to get in? He's about to get into.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's what it is. Two did say, "How do you know he don't know basketball like that?"
He's about to get into how I said he went under a screen against John Stockton and got flamed, but he's saying I don't know the game plan because I'm not in an NBA locker room and I didn't know that John Stockton didn't shoot like that, so you go under the screen. You was getting your ass bust. It don't matter about what the game plan is. You were a rookie. You didn't even know the game plan your damn self. Y'all won 21 games that year. Cut it out.
I think all right.
You
So
didn't
that's
know the game plan. Stockton had you fucked up. Cut
with
it
that
out.
crazy, with that Kunta afro. Yo, Gil, you have to chill. What is wrong with you? Why did you come out like buckwheat? Why did you do that? Gil, what is wrong with you?
That was
Why, you were
bad
and,
work.
and he was at Oakland. You were right by you in the Bay. You right by LA. You couldn't go get your man to come up and give you the little snip.
He
You
had
look-
home. He in his home state. Go get sliced up, bro. Go get sliced up, bro.
Your man's bananas. And by the way, that's what he's saying. That's what he's going off about. Because AllBall said, "How do you know he doesn't know basketball?" But I think again, it's in reference to basketball in his new venture, like being the connector that he is. He's a power broker.
Like I seen your video on John Stockton, and one of you niggas said you can't go under. No, that was the game plan. See, you never been to practice or know John Stockton didn't shoot like that, so we had to go under. You go under. You don't know the game plan that we work on for you to know what's going on the NBA court.
You ready for
You just watch it. I watch football. I don't know what the fuck they doing out there. I can't read defense. No.
You want to respond? Because that was a direct shot to you.
And that's what I was talking about. Y'all won 21 games that year. You were a rookie. You were a rookie. You didn't even play 50 games that year. You didn't know the game plan.
Yo, did you?
You didn't know the game plan. You're right. I didn't. You're absolutely right. I did not. I was playing high school basketball that year. You're absolutely right. I did not know the game plan. But I know what I was looking at. I know you was getting your ass fried. I know that John Stockton in his second to last year was kicking your ass. So cut it out. No. Why did you go under? Because you don't play defense. Let's talk about that part. You're not a defender. So regardless of the game plan, you wasn't going to, fight over that screen to make sure Stockton doesn't get a clean look. Cut it out. You're absolutely right. I didn't know the game plan, but I know what I was looking at.
And I think now that was the part that got caught up with the John Stockton thing. It's always been the way you talk about the old school and you kind of leave them off the list. Like the way we seen JJ Redick is, we like y'all. I rock with y'all. I always watch you. I love JJ Redick. But there was this agenda, and we know it, the Clutch Sports agenda. Whether you were Clutch or not, I don't know. But I know you do it for clicks, bro. Stop it. You get the response. You get the... So with the John Stockton thing, it was, I'm going to say something crazy about the old school dude, and I'm going to say I gave him 26. I think it was my rookie year.
No, that was your second year. The year that you played 82 games. The year that you was a most improved player of the league. The year that you started to ascend, and everybody, you finally looking like what you were supposed to be drafted to. Let's not forget, you underachieved yourself. You were not supposed to be a second-round pick. You were supposed to be a lottery pick, my brother. These are your words, not mine.
And that's the bottom line. Because it's the agenda against the old. It was what you were implying. That because he was, I would have killed John Stockton. He was 39. He was 39. But you give LeBron all the praises in the world. Ball's not here to hit on LeBron. But if we're giving LeBron props for playing at 40 in the year 2024, how can we not give John Stockton props for playing at 40 years old? And that was 2004. That was 20 years ago. That wasn't normal.
Like, that's insane. That's insane.
Point guards didn't play 20 years. I don't care
players didn't play 20 years. What Robert Parrish did, what Kareem did, what some of those guys did.
Tree Rollins,
Kevin Willis. Like, why we remember some of these guys' names? Yeah, they were great players, but the longevity was few and far between. At least when I was growing up watching the NBA, it wasn't normal for guys to play 15, 20 years long. Not everybody was doing that.
Here goes another moron that just leaked in from the Gilbert Arenas comments. You must be stupid if you think you know more than an NBA player. Who said that?
Nobody said nothing like that, Daryl, with 2 R's.
Oh, man. We just said we watched the show for all the props in the world, but if you make a mistake, we're going to be on you. And that's how the YouTube world is.
It is what it is. Like I said, they've opened the door for guys like us and guys like you, Daryl.
Daryl.
To come and talk the game that will never play at their level.
Yeah, man.
But this is the world we live in right now. 24 hours social media and sports media carousel. You have access to some people that you would never have access to a day in your life, Daryl. If there wasn't no Instagram, no YouTube, no nothing, you would not have access to the people that we actually have access to now, Daryl.
You happy, Daryl?
Okay, you got your love tonight, Daryl?
You got some attention? Huh? Need a hug?
Dickhead Daryl. Go ahead, dickhead Daryl. All right now. All right now.
Blame on.
So because he's never been inside of a locker room, he's never been inside of a practice, he's never done that. He just watches the game itself.
Hold on. So he's allowed to assume about you?
I don't know what I'm talking about. I've never been around the game of basketball, whatever level it is. I've never been around. I've never seen it. I've never been up close on it to know the intricacies of what's going on.
But here's what I'm saying. They do the same thing about everything. We all do the same thing. That's all you proving to us. Look at his face. He's so passionate. He's so passionate about us.
Like you. And then you report on it and give your takes. So no, he does not know basketball.
Flea.
I don't know Woj. I'm not defending him, but you know,
Look
just because you play doesn't mean you know the game. Somebody takes the worst takes. That whole panel up there sometimes says things that's like, what?
He said he could have fooled me.
So,
see, I need you. I'm gonna have, since you guys love doing video, can you please just do a list of all my takes?
Gladly. I would gladly, since Gil, and I know at some point you're gonna see this. Love you, brother. But check me out. Listen, I would gladly sit down and do the homework. The same way you sat down and did the homework with AllBall TV. Big shout out to you, my brother. But I will gladly sit down and do the homework on some of your awful takes. Again, I love listening to you talk the game of basketball. But when you start saying stuff off the whim, yes, you start bugging. And I can write a laundry list. Yes, I will do the homework. Gladly. Done. Homework will be turned in shortly.
I'll hold off on that because he was talking about the Knicks. That's what I want to get to because that's when he thinks he's slick. Because he's already off on the wrong foot. Once again, he got triggered by AllBall saying, how you know he doesn't know the game? It's that and the third. We were just saying, how do you kick a legend out the game like that? How do you kick him while he's down, out and about? And he'll get into why he left or whatever, but he's still stuck on the fact that how do you know Woj knows the game? Oh, yeah. Hold on.
He in his car. You know what they do to me in our car? That niggas is homeless.
Listen, man. What up?
You heard the bombs? You heard the
ball suckers.
What up, OJ?
Big shout out Gilbert Arenas, man. First and foremost, Knicks Rehab, best in the business, my brothers. You know, big shout out to y'all. Listen, man, big shout out Gilbert Arenas for, showing some love. That's how I look at it. My opinion, none of us know what we talk about. We just got a passion and a love for the game of basketball. And for me, for him to still be talking about, I hate when they say, if you didn't play the game, you can't talk about it or don't know the game. You get what I'm saying? So for me, listen, man, big shout out Gilbert Arenas for showing love. That's how I look at it. We got under his skin. And like I told him, and I added him.
AllBall will be back after a
AllBall, he's going to tap back in. We lost OG for a second.
Chat, Fade, AllBall, Flea, Queens in the building.
Yes, sir.
I got the juice now. Mizak, Saponi. Hold on. Our guy is here. What happened?
Zeke Jackson is in the building, y'all.
Zeke, we responding to Gilbert Arenas, responding to us. That's what we doing, Zeke. How are you and the missus, Zeke? What's up to the Jackson family?
Big shout out to the Jackson family. Big Zeke.
AllBall tried to say, because we got under his skin. Oh, no. There was one man that got under his skin, and you could tell. Oh, my God. AllBall, we are in. How much time you got, AllBall? Because I'm going for the whole night responding to this.
No, I know. Listen, man. Like I said, my whole thing is this.
OG, is that you, nigga?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, he was flaming us, right? I loved it, but like I said, my whole thing is big up some of the platforms that you do like. You don't have to like us. I respect that.
That's a fact. That's a
But
fact.
don't tell some of us that been loving the game and watching the game since we can remember that we don't know the game and can't talk about the game. Nobody's 100% correct. And like I said, I never said Jordan coached, but Jordan and Belichick as GMs are horrific. Don't tell me Belichick picked Randy Moss. Randy Moss was already a Hall of Fame and legendary. We seen the picks he made. We seen Jordan as a GM, who's my favorite player, the GOAT of all GOATs. But we seen how he was as a GM. So don't tell me because you played the game, you can pick talent. My whole thing is what I don't like is a lot of these guys, because if without the fans, there's none of this. But don't tell me because we never played at a high level that we can't talk about the game. Because some of us love the game and have more passion than y'all can ever imagine.
Hold on, and half the NBA players, if we being real, if they had half the passion us fans had, we would kill to have y'all talent. And I know it's easier said than done, but that's the point that we always make. Yo, I don't know if you caught it AllBall, but he compared himself to Doogie Howser.
Bro, he said, I watched Doogie Howser. That don't mean I'm a doctor or whatever he said. I said,
yo,
what?
Your analogies is garbage.
But hold on, but you gotta love Gilbert Arenas because at least he responds, he checks in, and he responds to, let them tell it we normal people and they're superheroes. Mm-hmm. Some of them is so much on their high horse to where they won't even stoop down to certain levels. And I'm not saying we on the bottom level. I think everybody's on the even playing field. Just some of us have, more than others. However you want to look at that. But
you showing love way too early, AllBall. What the hell is this? We saving that for later.
No. Listen, bro, it is. I don't look at this as bad. I think
this is amazing. Yeah. Yo, listen. If you want to get that out the way.
No, but hold on. I watched in the comments, and this is how you know we up here are serious and we don't troll. We wasn't in the comments trolling. We ain't we ain't send no links in there. We ain't beg nobody to follow our platform and subscribe. Bro, we don't troll, and we like when we come up with these topics to have our opinions, we believe them shits. I believe everything I say. That's a fact, a whole fact. So,
yeah. Shout out Bodega Mayor. He was in there. On Blue East Drew. He was in there rocking with us. Fish jumped in the building.
Yeah, so like I said, them guys need to realize, man, a lot of us have a lot of passion and we know the game, and they need to realize if they watch all of our platforms from Instagram, Facebook to YouTube, X, a lot of topics that they talk about we've been discussing 2 years ago.
It's a fact.
A lot of the opinions and the things they come up with, we've been talking about forever. The comparisons, the bum coaches, the bum players. We've been saying that type of stuff. So, I just want them to stop saying because you didn't play at a certain level, you can't talk about the game and don't know the game. That is very unfair to the whole world. Because like I said, I'm going to say it again. I don't think nobody loves basketball more than me. I'm dead serious. I don't have to make a dime off of this. If Gilbert Arenas say, yo, come out here and we can sit down and talk, you ain't got to fly us out. You ain't got to book a room. You ain't got to do none of that. You ain't got to feed me. Exactly.
None of that.
So, I just don't like when they say that. But otherwise, I love it because, it hopefully gives some eyes to AllBall TV, to us, to our fan base, to everybody that show love, to understand that there's some guys out there that love the game just as much as y'all, and we got very different opinions and different perspectives, and we don't pull no punches.
P was in the building. Let's get back to the video, man.
With facts, not your opinion. Just straight facts. Not opinion-based, actual factual.
I just think guys like Woj, Ernie, I think certain guys you can't say nothing bad about.
You can.
Woj was, you need guys like Woj in the world, especially in the entertainment and sports world, where you have a person that you can trust with information. And
who can trust with information? So who?
Here we go.
Who can trust with information? All Woj is, I mean, to you guys, he is this icon. To the players, he's a nosy gossip girl. Sorry.
You can't handle the truth.
Sorry to inform you who your beloved is to us.
Wow.
Glorified gossip girl. Not respected in the industry. From the player's side of it. If you must know.
He's going to tell the truth.
Hold on. I disagree with that. Real quick. Remember, he called Woj a rat. And we said he was Adrian Pojanowski. AllBall Pojanowski.
Adrian
Right?
Pojanowski is crazy.
Right? You can't say you don't respect him when you know there's certain things you can't say around certain people because it'll get to him. That's a powerful thing. Knock it off. Knock it off. You don't respect his lane, bro. You can't. And the way you slighting him, I get it. You don't respect his basketball knowledge. You don't respect that he's a gossip. We say we bochincheros. Gilbert, you're a bochinchero. He goes on to gossip right now.
His point about Woj, though, it's not wrong. And if you look at it from a different perspective, as opposed to showing Woj love because he's retiring from doing what he did, at the end of the day, Woj didn't do the athletes any justice at all. Like, he didn't report both sides of stories. He only reported one side of a story. And so when he does say people didn't pay him homage, that isn't it not surprising to anybody in the comments or to you, Fabian, that there was no celebratory tweet about him from any player in the NBA?
I'm not shocked by that.
But my point is this: there's been too many times throughout Woj's career that he does come off radish, that he does come off snakish, that he does come off disingenuous, right?
Yeah.
So
does Gil.
Yeah, but that's fine. But in the lane that Woj is in, right, there's a level of trust that people have for him. When he drops a bomb, you know, people are interested in what he's saying. And what I'm saying is that a lot of times there is disingenuous from his position because he's not reporting both sides of all stories. He's reporting one side and running with it. But again, they don't get paid to tell the truth. They get paid to be first. So
I mean, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think Gilbert Arenas kind of, you know, got it mixed up, you know, what we was doing. See, my thing is, you know, I'm just going to miss a guy that had legit breaking news. Like, I you know, the players not liking him and him being a rat and all of this and that. I mean, I get it, but still, we can't deny what Woj brought to the table. And that's just my whole thing.
Yo, but you know what my thing is? Y'all pick and choose who you do want to be the rat. Stop acting like that's not a position to be in. Like, we know about Shams. We know how Bryant Windhorst got in that position by following LeBron. He got lucky because LeBron lived whatever Akron. His high school was close to his crib. That's their job. It's been like that. But
the reporting matters because they stand by a code. They stand behind ethics. They stand behind journalistic integrity. Like, they stand behind that type of shit. That's we can look at it how we want. That's the job. And when niggas start doing, Gil said at one point, all these sources. Yeah, the sources got to be anonymous because I want to continue to have this source.
Right.
I don't want to say Fabian told me because I still want Fabian to you know, drop a kite every now and then, so I know.
But some of these anonymous sources be players. We know that Woj is CAA. Like, he's gonna go into that. It's like, oh, we know that already, bro. Like, everything he's saying, we already know. And then stuff that we didn't even think he would say, Doogie Gilbert, that was crazy. So I think it's cool when Michael Jordan has Nike and he could put Sports Illustrated in the chokehold. But then when Sam Smith comes out with the book, you put you blackball them, or they follow you to Atlantic City. You want to throw a fit. It ain't just because it's LeBron or anybody. No, it's everybody. That's the game, bro. That's why you getting $100 million or whatever the thing may be. Is it fair? I don't know if it's fair, bro. I don't know what's fair anymore. There's a lot of money on the line, though. It just is what it is. You a celebrity.
Fair don't
It's a
matter.
Hollywood show.
Fair don't matter in this space, Fabian. You know that. We learning that. We're learning that as we go. Like fair shouldn't even be a word existing in this space when we're trying to
At all.
Remember, Woj, classy, humble, respectful, and about his business.
Boy, hey man, woo, get off your knees, God, get off the knees, boy. Stand up with your head high, boy. That goddamn, all ball sounds about right, boy. You got them both in your mouth right now, sir.
Yo,
just like your shirt said, nigga, just do it.
Oh, you can see his shirt.
Boy, this man over here choking on the ball. Boy, you better take it easy, sir.
Crack him right over the head with a bottle, please. You heard
So,
me?
you know,
What you say?
He wasn't always right.
Bang.
He said some things, you know, about our Knicks and certain things that I don't agree with. But when you guys,
And that right there, sir, is a horrible. That is right. What you just said is horrible.
What?
always right, he said some things, you know, about his business. So, you know, Woj, he wasn't always right. He said some things.
That is crazy to think about.
Is it?
Here, let me go to the.
That's your point, Flea, right?
what?
Woj not being right all the time. It's crazy to think about when he get his information directly from the source. That is crazy. How can you ever be wrong if you get the answer?
He's so serious.
I'll tell you.
Yo, boy, hit a nerve, man.
How when he's wrong.
How is he wrong, Gilbert?
You know, about our Knicks and certain things that I don't agree with. But when you got somebody that can break news the right way, the respectful way, I don't see how Gilbert Arenas can say anything bad about Woj. That's crazy. That's like, go ahead.
Nah, I just think he knows.
See, he didn't even spit after that. He for sure swallowed.
Oh,
He knows what that means. You don't know nothing about basketball. I don't know if they have a prior beef.
Oh, the golf
Stephen A.
club,
Smith beef.
yo.
And I'll play another video in a second about whichever was up there. And Stephen A. Smith, we know Stephen A. Smith. He's so high profile. We know his beefs. Woj is high profile, but he's not visible every morning at 10 a.m. He's on Twitter all day long.
Fabian, real quick. Robert Paulson makes a great point. Michael Jordan, Bill Belichick, both are considered the GOAT at their position. Some people consider Bill Belichick the greatest coach ever. A lot of people consider Michael Jordan the greatest coach ever. Have you ever seen them pick talent?
Great coach, Michael Jordan. Is he talking about Michael Jeffrey Jordan? He talking about the GOAT?
Yeah, he misspoke. Yo, calm down.
He just
Michael
misspoke.
Jordan
That's what I
coach.
was saying. I was like, oh,
I'ma let
just
it slide.
misspoke. They know what I'm talking.
Right.
They know what we're talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you
But
ever
he's
seen them
buying
pick talent?
time.
You see the talent they pick?
Right.
Oh my God! Then you got his yes man up here talking about right. Michael Jordan. Okay. As an owner, trust me, he don't know what he's looking at. When you know what? I'm gonna give him some credit, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why someone like Michael Jordan is not successful on talent. Michael Jordan is so gifted mentally. There's certain guys that their brains are moving at such a high level. When they're picking talent off the things that they worked on for them to be great, right? Not what made them great. See, Jordan can't teach 48-inch vertical.
Your man is lying.
Muscles. His
Yo,
fast
his
switch
way of moving in the
East Blue Juice said, yes, man, yeah, that's me.
Oh, Robert Paulson was in the building. He said too, don't worry, Rashad gonna have your back tomorrow. Hope so. Rashad is big Knicks, baby.
Big Nick energy.
Your man is dead wrong right now, though. Michael Jordan is such a genius that he's looking for the next Michael Jordan. His fast twitch muscles, that's what he's looking for. Well, then that would
pick good talent. It's evident. It's evident. I don't.
You just explained why Magic, Isaiah's a good talent scout. Michael Jordan, all the big guys, all the big legends. That's because, and we've heard that all the time. They could never coach.
What you call it was an exceptional coach and an exceptional front office guy, and I don't think it's enough credit. Bird was very, very good at coaching. He was very, very good at being He was, bro. He was.
They got him to the conference finals or the finals. To the finals against Pat Riley and the Lakers. Okay, but it's a couple years.
Jackson and the Lakers. Their
What I say?
first,
Oh, Pat Riley, my fault.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Lakers, but that's still not. It was great.
no,
for those couple
Bird
years.
was excellent at
For a couple years, Flea, you had Reggie Miller, Jalen Rose. You had a team from the 90s already, and did a little tweak. I guess what you're saying is Magic would have dropped the ball. Magic ain't coaching the Pacers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
Michael Jordan ain't coaching no damn nobody.
What you call it took the job from him, right? Isaiah took the job from Bird.
Yeah. Yep.
They weren't bad. Do I think Bird had him in a better spot? Yeah. But that's another conversation. But I'm just saying, those,
And that front office, was Donnie Walsh there?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? These things matter.
Yeah.
And Donnie Walsh came to the Knicks, and you saw what he did with us.
Mm-hmm.
So the brains was there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he went back, and they got a team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Donnie Walsh might be the brains to the general manager over there, but I just totally disagree with Jordan. Is such a genius that he's looking for people like himself, bro. He can't be, or maybe he is, and that's the reason why these legends can't be the front office guy.
Mm-hmm.
Go be the owner and stay out the way.
Here, his willingness to win, he can't teach that. So when he's trying to look for talent or teach talent, he's trying to be human for these guys, right? So he had to work on his footwork. He had to work on his he had to on his fundamentals, right? So when MJ is picking talent, he's picking talent off of that. He's looking at guys who have great footwork, who look like they can learn. He's not going after the natural, talented, and gifted guys.
Then he made all balls point, right? Guilty. He made all balls point. Just because you're the best at this, you're the greatest, doesn't mean you know how to pick talent. And he's explaining exactly why. He's accusing us he's gonna accuse us of doing the same exact thing he just did. You agree with AllBall. He doesn't pick great talent, and you explain why. Thank you, No Chill Gil.
All right, it's just they don't think about the gifts that God gave them. They think about what they worked on, and that's that. And then with Bill Belichick, I don't even know how you put them in the same category, because didn't Bill, he was with the Browns, and then he wanted full control. They didn't give him full control, so he left with the Patriots. And then since he had full control, didn't they win 6 fucking championships?
Yeah, the timeline is wrong, but sounds right.
No, that's exactly what happened. Well, he went to the Browns and he went to the Jets.
Came from the Giants.
Right. Defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He's talking about head coach.
Oh,
he was head coach for the Browns for I think a season or two before they moved to Baltimore. Then he went to the Jets with Bill Parcells, and he dipped on him after one day. Then he went to the Patriots, and he's infamously known for effing up every single draft pick. That's why talk to the Boston fan base. They hate that. That's the first thing they bring up about him. Some people think he's over. Bill Simmons was talking about how he thinks Bill Belichick might be overrated. Him and Pop. He talks just like AllBall. So, damn, Gil, 0 for 2.
And then for the most part, all the guys he got there that I know, receivers and stuff, those were some of the most talented motherfuckers that ever walked the planet in their position.
Nah,
some of them were head cases and stuff, but consider they were with the Josh Gordon. Was it Josh Gordon? That dude, Flash. He was super talented. AB, super talented. Randy,
Flea.
Yeah, he messing it up right now because all of those guys. Antonio Brown is not the same Antonio Brown from the Steelers as he is as a Patriot.
Antonio Brown played for the Patriots?
He might have had a couple coffee. I feel like I seen him in a Patriots jersey, but I may be
I know
off.
he played with Tom Brady in Tampa.
He played with Brady in Tampa. Where else did he bounced around for a second?
Yeah, I think the Jets.
But yeah,
Josh Brown was the one that was in Cleveland.
Y'all can fact check that. Josh Brown's the one who couldn't stay off the weed, but
right in Cleveland.
Randy
Moss is their best wide receiver ever. Wes Welker
there. I mean, obviously,
but they didn't draft him. They traded for him. He was on Miami first.
I mean, obviously, Aaron Hernandez was great. Gronk, one might arguably be the best tight end ever. In some people's eyes,
they changed the game.
Right.
Gronk and Aaron Hernandez changed. Even though we beat them in the Super Bowl, that 2 tight end system is what changed football after that, because they changed the rule that you can't hit the quarterback anymore, and then everybody started getting those 2 tight end lineups because of the Patriots. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he had Aaron Hernandez, big deal. But the wide receivers, There was I know specifically there was a game I bet against the Patriots that they will drop the ball 15 times and fumble the rock in the rain against the Jets on a Thursday night game like 12 years ago. No, they didn't pick good wide receivers. When we're talking about their drafting, again, if they made it to the league already, then sure, you could pick a Josh Brown.
this stuff is Googleable, y'all. You just go look at the draft picks throughout the years he was there.
Right.
That's easy.
So was this reaction?
I mean, so I'm pretty sure he knows what talent is. So I don't know where you're going with that one.
And we're talking about the defensive genius schemer.
Some of the greatest minds in sports in their field.
For decades.
Do you see the talent they pick?
Yo,
their
his
teams,
faces.
their organizations? Gilbert, come on, I'm sorry, I just wanted, because that was a great point Robert Paulson made. And big shout out.
What the fuck does that got to do with what the fuck does that got to do with Woj? Knowing sports and reporting on sports.
We answered that already, right?
And
We did.
picking talent.
For Isaiah Jackson in the building. I just wanted to say that. I didn't want that to go over our heads.
It went over. It went over everyone's head.
Zeke, what's going on? Because we know that once you're in that position, it's a different thing. It's all about
look at this nigga face. He's this is all ball. You are passionate about this white man. I'm gonna just be honest with you, brother. You are passionate about your Woj, man.
look what that's why we're so happy with what we have with the New York Knicks, because we know what bad is. And you know, again, that's why shout out to Don Dropper. He's part of the whole like F Gilbert Arenas thing, and I'm like, bro, I understand both sides in terms of entertainment and what Gilbert says is ridiculous. And he got proven wrong yesterday. That video's going bananas with all his mistakes that he makes. But I like when the ball players come out with their arrogance and they just talk. Because anybody could be wrong. That's the part to me.
Check
Like,
that video out.
Yeah. If the greatest get it wrong, who do you think you are?
Horribly wrong. Not just wrong.
Who you think you are?
MJ
Gil?
picking talent versus MJ talking about the game is two different things. I guarantee you, horribly wrong in him picking talent. But if MJ talked about what he's looking at on the court, I'm pretty sure you're going to be like,
he's been wilding.
Some real shit.
He's been wilding.
Him picking talent is two different things.
That's why I was sending
it's
everybody
very
to
different,
Frank's stand, because this
Horribly
nigga was
wrong.
bugging.
You can't make them faces like that. Gil, what's wrong with you? You can't make them sound on a lot. What's wrong with you, bro?
He was wilding.
They're gonna meme you. I'm not gonna meme you. I ain't doing all that. And again, you got it all wrong. We're comparing Woj retiring from ESPN, and his new gig is to connect talent to the new school he's at, or whatever the hell that is. Just being a connector. We're comparing that to Michael Jordan being in the same position, knowing the game, and failing at it. Failing to bridge the gap between talent and bringing him to the school, bring him to a professional team, not a college. You think Woj ain't got connections? And that's my problem with this, Flea. We know the game right now. We were just talking about the other day. There's a kid at Chrysler King. There's a kid over here. Cayenne just left the other school. He's going to Long Island now because it's all about connections. Where they at now? Why ain't the connect that at Chrysler King no more?
Right. Why can't the dots connect right there? Yeah.
Right. You hear that, Gil? Be careful. Listen, you don't even know who you dealing with. That's the problem, no frills, Gil. Stop playing with us, big dog. We a different breed over here, bro. We do our thing.
He clearly knows that. Hold on. He clearly knows that because he took the time to talk. Like, he grabs another video of ours, y'all. Like, he goes from this to all three of us the other day and dissects that. Like, so again, you say what you want. I saw a lot of clout chaser comments in the live earlier.
Guilty.
I saw a lot of who are these guys? I saw a lot of that. I saw a lot of, now we responding to anybody's, right? I saw a lot of that. At the end of the day, we working. We putting in the work. And it's being recognized everywhere. Everywhere. Look where you sitting right now. And I'm talking to you, whoever is listening to me right now. Look where you're sitting and where you're at. We're everywhere. So appreciate you, Gil.
Hold on, are you giving a farewell? You ain't leaving me, Flea.
I'm not going nowhere.
Oh,
and
I ain't finished.
Send a shot on the way out.
I was talking crazy about Flea. I got things to answer to. He started going crazy.
If you had something that went on prior to, I understand. I'm gonna treat you the same way going in, going out. That's the 50 Cent thing. You heard what 50 said about Irv Gotti.
Look, this gossiping. Look. As soon as I said that, stop playing with us, Gil. As soon as I said, did you hear what 50 Cent said about Irv Gotti? What happened? And Woj is the little gossiping dude. Look at this. Look at your face, bro. You trying to ignore us. Look. And the ultimate chismoso. Look at this brick right here. Are you crazy? What 50 said? What 50 said now? Look at your bottom lip. That's that bottom lip. Get out of here, you nosy motherfucker. We got you. As soon as I said it, look. Oh, Flea, we got these.
Yo, yeah, man, it's crazy. Because they say,
I'm gonna just be honest with you, bro. He mad you changing the subject. Yo, he's hot. You changed the subject. He's like, well, what? Look at him. Yeah. Oh, this nigga mad. Look at his face.
He rewatching it.
50 said about Irv Gotti.
What he say?
Man, it's crazy. Because they say he had a stroke. Irv Gotti had a stroke. God bless him and his family. But he survived, so 50 goes good. Like he could keep. He's alive to keep.
I want him to get better so he can see all this greatness I'm about to be doing.
He's alive to see me succeed. He's that's consistent. We know there's a beef prize to that, and he doesn't care what the news is. He's gonna go crazy with it. He's nuts. And with this, is like his stuff is unwarranted. That's my thing with Gilbert Arenas. It's unwarranted. It's like you're just doing it for views, and it works.
To be honest, I'm pretty sure, brother, you're the only motherfuckers who reported Woj.
And that's true. It's just not true. It's just not true. It's just not true.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I feel kind of offended he ain't going on me. I'm just a yes man. That's all I get. All right, man. I'll just be the
yes man. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
They said, Flea, look at your teeth. I said, oh shit.
That I did this. No one cared. No one cares. So no one cared. No one gives a fuck. Not one baby cried. I was mad that it was even a subject. Like, why? Who gives a fuck?
It works. And we play along with that.
Yo, how ironic is that? It works. How ironic is that? We know what you're doing, Gil, and it works. And that's the thing, the exact thing that caught your eye.
It works.
Niggas threw the bait.
He clearly took it.
Woo!
Who was talking about Woj? The world was that day.
But Flea, nobody cares, right? Nobody. And right when I said that, I said, we play the same game you do. What kind of Professor X powers we playing with over here, Flea?
You've been saying that. You've been saying that for a while now.
Listen, Flea, I'm a spiritual individual. As much as
I am.
For all the people out there, I ain't doing no prayers. I don't do none of that. You gotta work hard. You don't just envision nothing. You gotta work hard at it and go with your gut feeling. Just be yourself. That's all I profess to everybody. Because No Chill Gil replied to AllBall TV. Are you kidding me?
That's who. We get it. We understand it. But to demean him like that and to act like he wasn't important in the game, he created his own. Oh, the Woj bomb?
Come on, man.
Where's the Gilbert bomb? Stop playing with that guy.
I'm not a gossip guy. I don't get information from somebody.
I beg to differ.
You heard what 50 said about Irv Gotti.
What do you say?
What do you say?
What do you say?
Yeah, man.
I beg to differ. Yeah, I beg to differ. You gossiping motherfucker. What you talking about, Gil?
Oh,
you heard what 50 said about Irv Gotti? He said, she said. He said, she said. Look at your face. You nosy. Oh.
That Bonchinchero was about to come out. He was like,
what you say? He got all in the mix. Your man got all in the mix. Oh, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the people. Shout out to all y'all, man.
Brother, you're the only. I don't get information from somebody and then tell it to the world, right? Because I don't know if you understand the concept. The information that you're getting is going to be told anyway because someone wants it out.
Remember he says this. Mm-hmm. Just remember what he just said.
That's the point of information. They want it out. Like the Draymond Green, what happened in the locker room, the real story. See, I held on to it. It's not my business. And then somebody was leaking it, and I was like, oh, that's not the true story. And then I hit.
They talked about it before you did with the backpack shit, bro. They been said it. Yes, I hate to break it to you, bro. You not Woj born, my nigga. What you talking about? That's what I'm
now
trying
that
to
came out.
complete.
That came out. Like they talked about that.
Yes,
that was the thing.
He talked about it, but he thought he was leaking it. But we already saw it on Twitter. It was still, if you wanted to see, it was out there. Now maybe the big time people didn't do it, but it was out there. I seen somebody, what's his name, Pablo Torres on what's my man's name, Dan Lebertar. They did a whole breakdown about it. And I was just like, I already seen this. Been knew about it. They did it mad late too, but we been knew about it. Call him a backpack. That's been out.
Yeah, we've been doing that. He's been talking about that. He took offense to that.
Yo, yeah, he did.
He was mad about that shit. He punched a nigga in the face. He punched a nigga in the face.
Yo, Draymond is wild. Yo, Draymond is crazy.
In his face.
Draymond, hey, can I go ahead and I hit the source? Hey, can I go ahead and throw it out there before, kind of tweak it a little bit? Yeah, of course. Don't you guys think I'm getting paid by Clutch? Then that means I would get all information.
He's so sensitive.
What is what? I don't sit there and gossip. It's gossiping.
God, where's your sources?
When Woj came with some type of news, you
hold on. Oh my God. I'm sorry, please. I don't sit there and gossip. I don't want to repeat any names, but isn't there a certain I would have never known this. Isn't there a certain player in Houston who just got an elder young lady impregnated, who may have had some dealings with said person on the screen that we watching? This guy, and he was in the back of the truck. Swaggy P was in the front. They giggling and they get like two little girls. Shut up! I ain't want to pull that up on you, Gil. Exactly, East Blue Jew, but I don't hide it. That's my biggest issue with dudes, and you know that, Flea. Men gossip more than women.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
Men hate. Shout out to my guy Ryan. You know my guy Rob.
Big shout out to Ryan. We love Ryan.
He hit me with some shit the other day. Oh, because of the Caitlin Clark thing. Say the big hate. Women hate crazy. And I said, yeah, it's true, but it happens with men. He goes, yo, men hide it better. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. We do hate crazy. What's up, big dog? Trying to be like you? No, you're not. You I can have a fucked up fade and all that. Like, just look at this bum ass thing.
We hide it better. Oh man, I don't know if I fully agree with that, but we hide it better. We hide it better than most women.
I think it's because
I know women that subscribe to silent hate. Like I know women like that, but I don't know more women that are not outwardly overt with I don't like that bitch. Right? Like I know women that are they'll lean more into that. Yes, we may hide it better. I don't even know. We
strategize with it better.
Yeah, I don't even know if I don't know if I like the word hide either, but I get what you're saying.
The point is, we a bunch of gossiping motherfuckers. You on social media gossiping with us about Woj, Gil, and you about to gossip some more about Woj. Let's get to that.
Remember, we do. This is what we say: AllBall TV, Fabian, Flea, Dom, just Uncle White's cows. Me, we have a thing where if we see breaking news, or if it didn't come from Woj, I don't believe it.
He's so upset. He's so upset. Got your panties in a bunch over that, Gil?
Do you know what? Do you know he is an employee of ESPN? An employee of ESPN, right? Which means whoever is on the other side needs this to get out. They have to give it to someone. He gets it and say, hey, I have this story. Can I leak it? Then he has to tell his bosses, and then they give him the green light to release the information. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all didn't know that.
He thought that was exclusive information.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know, gang. I don't know.
Gil, come on, Gil.
Sources. Do you know what sources means? That means someone else, right? A source is someone else.
Nah, Gil.
Breaking news means someone's giving him the information and then he's giving it to his platform.
You don't say.
He doesn't have to know what's going on. He just relays the message. right? Oh, how about this?
Oh,
Let's
he got
treat
some
him
more.
like a paper boy, right? Remember back in the day, paper boy? Y'all remember the paper boy, right? Right? He rides his bike and then pushes the paper to you, right? They deliver the paper front, huh? All ball. You expected at 4 a.m. He gives it to you at 3 a.m., right? An hour earlier than the last nigga. So you love this paper boy.
Wouldn't you? What is this
Does
guy
the paper
talking
boy
about?
actually have to know what's inside the goddamn newspaper for him to deliver it to you, for you to like him?
You know why? How dumb that sounds? You know how dumb that sounds, especially in this era when gambling is going all over the place? Gilbert, fuck you think you dealing with, bro? We ain't no normal dudes, my dude. Chill out. Information is not important. How fast you get the information not important. Listen, man, you tried us, but every analogy falling on your face.
Bad, just bad.
You Doogie Howser, you a paper boy. What are you talking about?
He compared Linsanity and Melo to our current Knicks situation and guys coming back from injury. It's just bad.
But we need, again, anybody could come on this platform and have the same discussion. And that was AllBall's point before.
Right.
I could have came up with that topic. I throw it out to you, be like, yo, Fabian, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's what this is for. This ain't about kicking you and I play ball and you don't even know, Woj don't know what he's talking about. Anybody on YouTube right now will pay to have a Woj connect. What are you talking about? Woj is your connect? Yeah, okay. CAA's is connect, correct? CAA's with the godson. Brunson's running the organization, correct? Like, you think... I'll show you love later.
Dot connector.
No. He just delivers it to you, sir.
He thought he said something.
That's
horrendous, baby.
He just delivers it, right? No matter who it is.
Oh, he's watching Monday Night Football.
Fucking paper. You're still gonna get your fucking breaking news.
I'm waiting for Woj to put on his story or on his page. Then I'm going, okay, I believe it. That's how good Woj was. Are you kidding me?
Woj is the how you say that when you get the verification, like the diamond, the BBS is like he does the check mark. He's that gun that everybody walks around without checking if you got real diamonds.
Okay, how about this? I looked at Woj's top 5 stories. Number 1, NBA suspends 2020 COVID. Right? The NBA is suspending the season for COVID. Now, I gotta ask you, sir.
Yo, he's trying to hold back his laughter.
Whoever reported this news, right, would be correct, right? Because it was told to them, hey, Woj, Davis, Adam Silver said season's over with. Report. This is not the weather motherfucking man. It's not like he's like the movie Psych. It's not like he's projecting this shit and then it's happening. He's getting the information, then relaying it. So he has to be right. The only time Woj is wrong is when someone beats him to something. And then he tries to counter it with something else. That's the only time Woj is wrong. You're supposed to be batting 100. Like if I tell you, hey, Rashad McCants, Brandon Jennings, and the crew are going to get 2-year deals in October, whoever posts about it, you're going to be correct because it came from the source.
Okay.
You're Woj now with the information. The only way you're wrong is if the source is wrong. So if you report it, nigga, you're right. You beat everybody to the news.
Why is he explaining Woj's job? Woj got it right. However you want to call it, he's a power broker and wielded his influence to become a Woj bomb. Everything you're saying, whether he batted 800, whatever it is, who bats 1,000? Nobody. Shams, none of them. None of them. They don't. Flea, I see you. Disagree?
I don't disagree. I just know that there's other sides to some of the controversial stories that they do report on. Not when moves are made and this and that, but when a Kawhi doesn't want to show up, but is ready to go. That's not, you don't report just that side of it. You report the other side, which is he is stating that he is really hurt and he is not ready to go. Like, we should never hear from Tony Parker saying, well, my injury was way worse than Kawhi's. Like, and this is just examples of certain things that happen within that space of the media, right? He reports on everything again because he got to be first. But the other side of it too is being first doesn't always mean you're going to have everything. You're not going to be fully loaded. Pause. So now you just coming with one side of it, and then the other side doesn't get reported. Kawhi's knee ain't been the same since. He ain't been the same since, right? And it's not. We can make jokes about everybody's body and stuff like that, but when we break it down, like the real fact, the fact of the matter is that dude has not been the same since he tore that tendon in, what was that, the quad, when he had a fucked up quad. It seemed like everything has been a trickle down effect since they tore his ACL after that, right? So what I'm saying, go ahead.
You're saying he's leaning towards the front office. That's what he leans towards.
Right, and he's not reporting both sides of it, is what I'm saying. So that's why you do get a bad taste. Some of these players have a bad taste in their mouth when it becomes Woj, because you think that's the first time he hasn't reported both sides of a story, right? Like, I'm sure there's plenty of times where a player wants his side out there, or a player's camp, or, oh, I couldn't get in contact with a guy's agent, so I'm going to just give you what the GM gave me. I don't think that's completely right.
So, and that could be his gripe for why he threw the slide at him. Like, yeah, he retired. Who cares? Like, he knows nothing about basketball. That's the source of all that. But now it spiraled out. Like when we just said, bro, what are you doing? Like, just shit on him like that when he's an icon. Right. Period. You can't. Right. But that's what I'm saying. You can't. Everything he's saying. All right, cool. There's villains and his hero. We know this. He's wrestling, bro. You know how I do. He's Mean Gene Okerlund. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't saying he's Vince McMahon, but we love Mean Gene. Like, Woj was somebody worked for Yahoo. I didn't care about him, but bro, he took Twitter over with the Woj bomb. That's vicious. The same way Gil goes viral every day for whatever reason, whether bad or good. Or Sudan thing I thought was funny, but it was outrageous. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know there was he went back and forth with the whole Lakers thing. There's bias to him, but that's the politics of the game. With the Dan Hurley, he went to school with Dan Hurley's father. He might Woj.
Boy, what? Listen, nigga. The nigga, he stuck.
Dan Hurley, he went to school with Dan Hurley's father. He might Woj.
Okay.
He's the one that came out and said the Lakers are going after Dan Hurley because he was countering the whole JJ Redick thing. And it's like, hold on, where did that come from? And then to give it to Woj. Remember, he's from Bobby Hurley. That's the New York area. That's where Woj is from. That's his. Yeah, he got biased, but so do you.
Woo! Now, let me give you information. I'll be Woj today.
Oh!
The reason Woj has biases is because he has relationships. Now, relationships comes with everything, right? Now, you just said Hurley he did a story on his father, so that's part of his group. He's with CAA. That's Woj is signed under CAA. So if we're going into the draft, sir, I'm going to give you the playbook. So you get out, right? Yeah. Get it out your mouth.
Yo, he was wilding.
He works for, he's not works. His agent is CAA. That means CAA has a client of a bunch of players and a bunch of agents, right? They're under the same umbrella. So that means an agent, if he wants his player gone, who does he call? Woj, right? If they're about to draft my player, right? You know how they have the clock 5 minutes to pick your. The team tells the agent, hey, Woj, New York is about to draft. Boom, cool.
You know what's funny about this? I just saw Chris Haynes on somebody's podcast like 2 weeks ago say the same exact thing, and they just regurgitated information we already knew that was explained. I think something Strauss has a really good channel on YouTube right now. Really good interview with Colin Cowherd. That's why I found out Colin Cowherd doesn't take a salary right now while working for the Volume. That's why because he's trying to push Shannon Sharp. He's 100% behind Shannon Sharp, so much so that he ain't taking a salary, bro. So yeah, we knew this already, Gil. We know Woj is a CAA. We know that CAA and Clutch have beef. We know that Shams and Woj is like Rich Paul and Leon Rose. Like I hate to bore you, Gil. You weren't Woj for us. Once again, the Gil bomb. The Gil bomb never detonates.
He can go and he can beat Adam Silver to the news because they're still under the clock. So he gets the information. Breaking news. Sin This is who they're picking. Pretending that he knows he got the information from his connection of friends that's in there. Now, with the JJ Redick thing, see, Woj had an understudy. The understudy was Sham, right? Him and Sham had a falling out because Sham beat him to a story, which pissed Woj off. They had a falling out. Now, here is the big thing with these two giants. Woj has agents and presidents of the team. Sham has the direct player. Now, that's very important, right? Here's why. I know if I like this team or that team, right? Like, okay, I got Lakers after me or I got Clippers after me. I like the Lakers. Fuck it. I'll call Shams, tell Shams. Sham beats him to the punch. And then I tell my agent. The agent is Woj's guy. See, so Shams gets the information first. That's why they've been feuding for so long. Now, this is what happened, sir. Sham reported the Lakers was after JJ Redick. Fuck! That motherfucker beat me to the punch. So who gave Woj the story? No one. Woj made it up. I called this shit from the beginning.
He made up the story about Dan Hurley. The Lakers put up Genie Bust, the other owner. They made this all up. This is his Woj bomb. This is his Gilbert bomb. Dan Hurley flew his family out there. We just saw an interview where he went with his whole family to the Lakers facility.
The son said, "I'm not going."
So this has to listen. Let's take Gilbert for his word, right? This has to be one hell of a show that Dan Hurley put on just to get more money out of UConn. I don't know if he's going there now.
We talked about this already, though. We talked about this.
No, not that in particular. I'm saying what Gilbert is saying. Like for him to say that the Lakers, that Woj straight up lied about Dan Hurley getting offered a job from the Lakers. The Lakers owners weren't divided on JJ Redick is LeBron's guy. I forgot the brother, not Cupcheck, the other owner, whatever bus.
Jerry?
No, Jerry passed away.
Not Jerry. No, I mean Jim Bus. The son?
Jim. Yeah. They were saying like, yo, we at least got to go after somebody like we're not too sure about JJ because Genie's all over LeBron. The same way Shams is all over the players and he's with Clutch and he befriends them. Genie likes to play, hugging up on LeBron on the court and all that. But the brother was like, yo, I don't know.
Exactly does, Bodega Mayor. Straight up.
He did. That's what I said. Hold on to that fact. You gossiping about between Shams and Woj, and it's like, we know it already.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate, man. Gil thought he was dropping bombs. You flaky.
Without even, because it came from left field. He wanted to feel so important. He added the father's son. They was in the middle of negotiating. I remember Kenyon talking about it ain't always about money. And I said, man, get the fuck out of here. I know my Lakers. Nigga, we don't overpay for no fucking coach. It's a luxury to have this damn job. So there's no way they're paying a college coach who's never coached in an NBA that kind of money because of 2 college championships. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You crazy as shit.
Coach K don't count.
I want to go back to how much. I want to go back to how much the Orlando Magic. If we could find out how much the Orlando Magic offered Billy Donovan after him winning those back-to-back titles and him getting that job, because he took the job. That's the part that people we forget. He took the job and then reneged on the job like a day later. But I don't ever remember what the contract was. What the numbers look like.
4 or 5 years.
You got it?
Million. I'm about to pull it up right now. 4 or 5 years. I'm on.
And what year is that?
07.
07. Who wound up taking the job?
Orlando. Wasn't it Stan Van Gundy?
Van Gundy. Van Gundy took it, right?
Scott Skiles. What does it say here? Birthday boy.
Sporting Page said 5 years, $28 million.
Okay. But he's saying the Lakers wouldn't do that. What I'm saying is that the Lakers offered Mike Krzyzewski.
Yeah, they offered him back.
How many rings Mike Krzyzewski had by them? Just to be fair,
They offered him that job in 04.
right?
Right.
So Kobe was there 20 years exact.
04. So by 04, we had 3.
Yeah, 3.
He had 3 or 2. Because he got the one with Leitner and them, right? Then he has
Yes,
one.
that was the first one. Grant.
Yeah. Then he has one with Jay Will. They won a national title. Him, whoever's on, I forget who's on that team, but Jay Will, Boozer,
Duhon.
Battier, Duhon, something like that. I think
Battier was there for one. So he then Battier. I think Battier got one left, and they got another one.
Yeah, but I feel like by 2004 he may have 2, may have 3. Sporting Page said 5 years, 40 million from LA, and he had 3 chips by then. See, so 91, 92, and 01. Yeah, the 01 one was with Jay Will.
Oh, so it was just one in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the 91, 92 team, that's the Christian Laettner team. Teams.
And
Bobby Hurley.
Grant Hill was in the
Grant
second.
Hill.
Both of them.
Grant Hill was younger too.
He had to be there for both of them because Grant Hill and Laettner built his career.
Yeah, but Grant, it's wild because Grant stayed
4 years.
Yeah. 4 years. Yeah, because Grant is in the 94 draft.
93, 94? Yeah.
The 94 draft, yeah.
No way. Because Penny Hardaway was in the league at 93, 94. It was 92, 93. He's co-rookies of the year with Jason Kidd, 92, 93. Penny got drafted in 94.
93 draft, Grant Hill and Jason Kidd didn't come in the league. It's the 94 draft.
That Penny comes in the league. You're right. Wait.
No, 93. Penny came in the league before them. The 92 is Shaq, number 1. Number 2 goes Zoe. The year before that, 91 is Larry Johnson. So it goes Larry Johnson. See, that's what I said. 94, 95. Okay, so yeah. They got drafted in 94 and they played the 94-95 season.
Oh, so Grant Hill came after Penny?
Yeah. Him and Kidd.
Oh, that might shit mixed up. Oh, yeah, Chris Webber left before Grant Hill. I'm bugging. Yeah, I'm bugging. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Chris Webber left before Grant Hill because Chris Webber was recruiting him. No, he was recruiting Chris Webber. Webber left early.
Who was recruiting Chris Webber?
Grant Hill.
To go to
Duke? Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't happening. That wasn't gonna happen.
Yes. He liked him. He talked about it in his book.
Yeah.
He liked Webber, but that's why he was offended by the whole thing when Jalen Rose came out and they were like, "Yo, we were cool." Like,
yeah,
I showed you love.
Grant Hill being what they call it. I forget what Jalen called him on the doc.
Oh, Uncle Tom.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't something to that effect. We said something different. Right?
But it was disrespectful.
Yeah.
He didn't like Jalen Rose said. They said Jalen Rose apologized. He still didn't like it though. And I wasn't feeling Jalen Rose for that either. That's why I don't like Jalen Rose. All that. He's too righteous for me. Get out of here, Jalen. What are you talking about? You called this guy for no reason. That was for no reason. And it was fake because he was texting Grant Hill before. Like he seen Grant Hill. And he didn't say anything until like the day before.
Yeah.
He knew it was gonna come out. There was no Woj to report that, Gilbert Arenas.
False story. Guess what? It ended up being false, right? What I said, that coach, Hurley, did sign a new deal, right? Them 2 championships, he wanted to be the highest paid coach in college basketball, and he wasn't at the time. He was 5 or 7. So when his boy Woj reported this news, made this up, it kind of forced Lakers to take the thing or they would look stupid. So they took the meeting, blah, 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 going about your way. Now, UConn has to up that money. Now today, even though he was under contract, they cut that shit up so he wouldn't go to the Lakers, and they made him the highest paid college coach.
Right, but that's how it was reported. That it kind of was out there like that was fake. That Woj kind of helped him out with that. That was out there to your point, Flea. Mm-hmm. That he's biased and he helped him out. That was out there. So yeah. That's still not a Gilbert bomb.
So Woj made the story up to get his friend paid.
Okay.
But again, it's not. This is not sports. What information is he giving you? Is he looking at a game, giving you? He's the gossip part of it. He is baller alert for sports, which none of the players really. We don't care unless it's useful for us, right?
Want to get to your video because he's saying what we're saying. None of us ever said that he knows basketball. We just said that he knows his job and they can benefit off the connect. And you hate it.
Yeah, and he could be in the rooms talking to the people that he talks to. He can be in those rooms. Can't discredit the guy because he didn't put on a pair of shorts and sneakers and play at the same level as you. There's only but 5,000 people in the world, living and dead, that have played in the NBA. Like, we got to stop. Like, it's a prestigious club. That's why they call it a fraternity. It's a prestigious club to play in the NBA. Nope. I'm not going to say nobody because there's a lot of goofies out there to confuse that. We don't have that confused. And I'm speaking for my brother Fabian right now, and I think he allowed me to do that for this. We don't have it confused that playing in the league is a prestigious honor. It's one of the best of the best. It's one of those occupations that only a few will able to be had, like obtain the job and keep the job. Like I just talked about it in terms of longevity. Not everybody, the average life of an NBA player, I think, is what, 2 to 3 years now? Some guys don't even make it through their rookie contract after that 4th year because they're getting rid of them. So we got it. We understand that it's a prestigious club. But to think the game of basketball cannot be talked about by somebody who didn't play on an NBA level is stupid. It's stupid. It just doesn't make any sense.
Even with Eric Spoelstra, Lawrence Frank, let's say highly respected, they had to earn that sort of respect as coaches to be able to walk through the doors that Woj did and power broke his way there. I understand what Gil is saying, where it's like, not that it's fluky, but it's a power broker thing. It's a powerful position to be in, so he could do whatever he wants to do, basically. It's kind of bitter to say, why is he in here with me? And this is the game, bro. That's the game. Some of these agents shouldn't be where they at. Rich Paul doing a lot of, we know, listen, we La Costa Rosa all day. The Knicks.
Costa Rosa.
We know what's grimy out there. We know what they're doing. Brunson taking a deal like that is kind of crazy. That's a family discount, bro. We know what's going on. And I think that's what Gil failed at. He doesn't realize that, like, yo, we really go in. Like, sometimes we go off the handle too, just like you. And it's like you about to, Gil. Went straight moron.
Why do you think they all hide behind sources, right? Because it's all breaking news.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Listen, Woj, as far as breaking, news in the basketball world, listen, man, he's the GOAT at that. I'm sorry. Like, I understand he's only been at ESPN for 7 years, but when we talk about GOAT status of breaking NBA news, who's better than Woj?
Word.
And he gives
who's in his category, though?
I don't know. I don't think, I'm being honest. I think he's in it, to me.
Shams.
Yeah, I was just throwing it out there to start conversation, right? Clearly Shams,
but like Woj, I guess, is somewhat innovative, but I think people relinquished the thirst to want to break stories. If you remember in 2010, LeBron going to Miami with Chris Bosh and all that was broke by Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
Stephen A. broke that.
And Bill Simmons was laughing at him. Yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying is that's not very long ago. 2010 is not ages ago.
Right.
We coming up on 15 years ago. Like 15 years, although it may seem like a lot, it's not a very long time ago. So what Woj has been doing over recent years has been, I don't know if it's innovative, but it's
iconic.
It's like, yeah, it is. It is to a certain degree.
All.
But all I'm saying is guys have been doing it. And it just hasn't been, they haven't been shining a light on breaking stories. When Barkley got traded from Philly to Phoenix, who broke that? Do you know?
No.
I don't. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Like you understand what I'm saying?
Word.
You understand what I'm saying, bro? Like, for real.
I thought you were gonna hit me with some knowledge right now.
No, I'm just saying that, you know, there used to be guys, you know, like beat writers and guys that just, you know, follow these teams. I'm sure the beat writers knew, but who was the beat writer for the Philadelphia 76ers in 1992? I don't know. Right? There was no prestige to a role like that. Now ESPN brings this guy on, Adrian Wojnarowski, and his cachet goes to a certain level because they help push him up there. Right? There's been plenty of guys that broke stories. There's been plenty of big trades throughout. Who's the first guy to let the world know that Michael Jordan was retiring in 1983? I mean, he did the press conference, but somebody had to know before that press conference was happening. Who broke that?
Right.
So that's my whole point. The iconic level is on because it's the times. Woj was working for Yahoo for years, and you had no clue who he was. Didn't know what he looked like. I'm just saying, ESPN, the machine behind him, helped, you know, build what we do look at as a, you know, iconic contribution to the game.
Because it's one hand wash the other, because they need that news, they need the information, and they're using him, he's using them. We get that. Did I make the point already that if Gilbert Arenas, once he retired, if he would have retired, let's say he retired in 2013 or whatever it was, and he announced he was going to be a media member.
Big shout out to Molly Mall. Molly Mall just put in the chat, if you could throw that up there, Fabian. He Googled who broke that trade. Appreciate. I love our guys that jump in the comments and start doing the homework for us. Brett Franklin.
He broke the
Barkley trade
to the Phoenix Suns. So if Gilbert Arenas 11 years ago would have announced his retirement, he's gonna go be a media member now, everybody's gonna be like, you're gonna be a what? It's gonna be very hard to do all them guns in your locker room, man. You blew thing in Orlando, they would bring all that dirt up first, and we're gonna be. And I personally would have been like, Gilbert already understands the internet landscape. He's the only guy blogging.
Yeah.
He might kill his game.
Yeah.
His personality. He was on PTI arguing with Michael Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser. We are fans of the game, bro. The players, certain players that they stand out. I just read an article with shout out to Robert Paulson. It's a Chuck Klosterman article from when he was working at the Washington Post, and he interviewed Gil and how polarizing he was. Dope article. And he broke down exactly who he was back then. He knew exactly what he was. He's the same guy, polarizing, talking crazy like this, but he was always blogging, and he made it to ESPN himself. How do you think I know how smart Gilbert Arenas is about the game if I didn't see you on PTI? There were no players on PTI that were doing what he was doing. They used to invite him, and it was like an ill segment.
I remember the show that Complex tried to put together with him and the porno star. What's my girl name? Mia Khalifa.
Yeah.
But that goes back some years because they weren't putting shows together yet, especially YouTube-based shows yet. I remember when Complex tried to put that together, and they had Gil on there.
Yep.
Right? Gil been doing this for a little while.
So anybody who would have talked about your past, your history, what do you know about media? You just do blogging. What can you report? If you wanted to, you could report. You could be anything in the media because you have a personality. Woj somehow crafted what's the Purdue chicken guy? That's what he looks like. Woj was like the Purdue chicken guy, but he's reporting news. Yeah, he looks like Jim Purdue. But we don't really care for him like that. We don't care about this white man. He tell you sucking this thing. That's funny. It's funny, but it's funny that he's even Woj. Woj bomb is ironic. He's not charismatic. He turned the Woj bomb he made charisma out of it. You gotta just salute. That's what we do, is salute. Just like we just saluted you. It took a while to show you some love, but we had to go through this whole shenanigans you were pulling, Gil. But you're dealing with a different class over here if you ain't really recognize that.
Yeah. We're not trolls like everybody thought we was in the comments, and clout chasers and all that goofy stuff they was talking about. Right.
We troll, we listen. Trolls and whatever you want to call it. We're just human, bro. I always preach that. There's no difference to it. We have a disagreement. You have a difference of opinion. I would like for you to share it. I need Flea to challenge me right now as much as possible. Curse me out. See, I can't hit a layup. All right, now what's next? Let's get to the point. What do you disagree with? Why? Because Fabe, you don't. No, Caitlin Clark. She ain't better than no damn Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl Swoops was a two-way player. She guarded the best player, best rebounder. Cynthia Cooper didn't guard nobody. Oh shit! Let me shut the fuck up. Let me get.
Cynthia played defense, but Swoops was the one that's
on Houston.
Okay. Strap up.
So without me just reacting,
right?
I don't get that back and get reminded. I might have forgot something.
Mm-hmm.
So we love it though, man.
Where was we at? Because let people know we was at the bar this weekend checking out some games together as a family.
So Bristol in that's Shadyville?
No.
What am I thinking? Oh, Sunnyside.
That's Sunnyside. He said Shadyville. No.
I confuse the two.
Nah, please don't ever do that again.
Yeah, I know Shadyville is in your town.
Yeah.
Yes, we were in Soul Bristow in Sunnyside, Queens. Dope little spot. Food was decent. How was the beer?
It was cool. Little Blue Moon, light, comfortable. Korean wings was crazy. Extra crunchy. You know the Korean wings, they get extra crunchy. Those was good.
Yeah, they were. I like them though.
What you had? You was eating on something. What you had?
Brisket. I had some briskets and rice. It was cool.
Okay.
Well, I think should we go for a sponsor? You think, Flea?
Soul Bistro?
No. I'm talking about getting our factor on. It's not coming up though.
Oh, get your factor on, man.
I'm trying to get our factor on. If y'all see this. But yeah, Soul Bistro, we were there chilling. Glad to see when Flea came in town. That was amazing.
Yeah,
in and out. If I want to squirt or take it a fat burger. If I want to squirt or take it a fat burger. What you say? Come on now. You know what time it is. If you want to grow on YouTube, your greatest enemy will always be the metrics on your studio dashboard. What? That is the wrong reading.
Why'd you smoke the read like that, man?
I'm sorry.
And I'm always complimenting you on your reads. You just smoked that.
Let's get back to it.
There you go.
Warmer, sunnier days are calling. Let me rewind that. Warmer, sunnier days are calling.
Summer's over.
Fuel up for them with Factors. No prep, mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in the summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factors fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are, you'll always have time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. Make today the day you kickstart a new healthy routine. What are you waiting for? With 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, you'll always have new flavors to explore. Crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. Make your day delicious. From breakfast to dessert, stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. Treat yourself to restaurant quality meals that feature premium ingredients like filet mignon, shrimp, and blackened salmon. Keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes. No shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Choose from 6 menu preferences to help you manage calories, maximize protein intake, avoid meat, or simply eat well balanced. Head to factormeals.com/ABTV50 and use code ABTV50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off next month. That's code ABTV50 at factormeals.com/ABTV50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
All right, you killed that, Reed. You killed that.
Thanks,
Reed.
man.
You killed that.
You think so?
You did. You did. You killed that, Reed. Get your factor on, y'all. ABTV50.
All right, let's see if Gil. So at some point, we got to go to sleep, Gilbert.
ESPN was gonna pay Shams more, so that motherfucker, your favorite, the GOAT, jumped out and retired because he was getting undercut by every story.
Every story. So that's the Bochincho.
This sounds a little personal.
He just ran with the fact that he thought we were just nut hugging Woj, like Woj didn't do his thing. He undercut.
Yeah, but that's now that I told you this is probably the third time I'm rewatching it now. This sounds a little personal with Woj.
Yeah, because the players don't like him. Number one, number two. That's how he talks.
I'm talking about him. It sounds personal with him. For that, he ain't a player right now. He ain't a player right now. I'm talking about specifically him. It sounds a little personal. You gotta do some homework.
He was getting undercut by every story because Shams got the.
How many what?
How many articles has Woj written on Gilbert throughout his career?
Or maybe it's people's.
Okay. Okay, Woj is the guy that broke that gun story. Okay. That jogs my memory. That sounds right. That sounds right.
That makes sense.
So then this is really a little bigger than AllBall and us. This is really just a catalyst for him to get his stuff off on Woj without doing it on his show.
Right. Which, all right, so let's get into that for a second. Thanks for that, Molly Mall. I would be upset too. Because, okay, I brought guns to the locker room, was gambling and all that, but if I'm Gilbert, even though I'm reckless about life and the way you talk, the way you walk, everything about you is reckless. I could tell. We in the locker room might say some dumb shit. I could tell somebody tried to slap you before. Without even knowing any story, somebody tried to smack you before, Gil.
1000%.
There's no, but he knows that wild shit was going on in the NBA and the way they treated him. If I'm not mistaken, he had the one up on David Stern, and they used it against him, against the union and everything. He had the one up with the rule, like, yo, that doesn't mean that I broke the rule. You're making that up right now, trying to pit the union against me, whatever it was, and they loopholed their way out of the money, the suspension or whatever it was to go, and then he got shipped to Orlando or whatever. Something to that effect. If you're watching this, you're gonna quote it, be like, "This is the real story, sure. This is how it really went down." Whatever. But I'd be mad at Woj too, because now you're promoting one side. Again, you front office heavy.
What I say. Like, there's two sides to this, and it would have been cool if he would have built relationships with players as well. Now I don't know if he doesn't or he does. But it would have been cool for him to build public relationships too. Shit. Since you such the man.
But Woj, if he was in Washington, that means he worked for the Washington Post, and the same Washington Post was where Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon worked at. And you were on their show on ESPN. That's what I mean. Like, okay, you rock with whoever rocks with you, and you don't rock with Woj, but that's the way of the world. I think a lot of these guys are very far removed from reality, like the normal 9 to 5. That shit happens everywhere, bro. We have work snitches. Like, we have them, bro. We deal with the same though. He's gonna tell.
The people who you can talk to at the job and the people you can't.
Yeah. I'm talking to grown men, Gil. we done been everywhere.
Direct contact to the players themselves. So, because no one actually like your man Woj say, "Oh man, I'm out of here. Let me go on and talk about stuff at these colleges." Come on, man. Come on, let it go, man. Let it go, brother. It's okay. With Richie Paul, them, and then you can see where he lies now, huh? Right? Kind of favorite, huh? It's kind of biased for the Lakers.
That's when you're talking about the AD with the Lakers and Rich Paul, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We don't care. I don't care anymore. Do you?
I'm all set.
It's your video, right?
You're not gonna accept
20 factors on y'all.
Next month,
thanks,
I'm
Gil.
confused.
50% off your first box, plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Get your factor on, dog.
Get your factors on, y'all.
Smoke that.
I'm gonna throw this out for you guys. Listen, I'm the type of person that this is not a beef, right? This is just, hey, how you doing? I'm seeing your shit, right? Relax. But do not wear glasses around me because I look inside your glasses. I zoom in and see what you're looking at, see who's in the room, right? 2 of your niggas got glasses on. So me, when we're beefing, I'm going to be looking at what you're looking at so I can see if there's something funny going on in the room, all right? The 3 of you, I don't know if you guys got a coke problem or any kind of drug problem. Put the phone eye level because I can see up your nose. So if you got any bad habit,
he's talking to you.
just to let you know.
He's talking to you, Daryl.
Daryl Strawberry. Look from the bottom, right? So
Daryl Mitchell.
I'm just trying to help you niggas out later on. Especially you don't want no hole in your ceiling, water spots. I catch all that shit, okay? So
my ceiling was clean.
Just if you guys want to keep going down this road, I'm just letting you know.
We don't care.
Right. Smoke that. You smoke that weed.
Fleet.
We'll smoke you again. We smoking you, Gil. It'll make no sense.
Smoking on that Gil pack.
Anybody? That Gillette. Get out of here.
Gillette.
Get out of here. You
Gillette.
ain't sharp. Get out of here, Gil.
Hold on. But I don't wait.
Look, I can see if you're looking at a porno, nigga. What you looking at over there?
Because I think that's what exactly came up in this conversation.
You think I'm a
The
Latino
big
pervert?
basketball non-savant himself, Gilbert Arenas, has thrown himself in the Knicks threshold. His Knicks clicks over there all over again. He doesn't understand.
The comments got mad about that guy. I said the big non-savant himself.
Did they say non-savant?
Yeah. We throw curveballs out here.
And of course,
This is the dumbest shit I've.
we might make a grand welcome
This
into
is
the
when you
new
get
Knicks
blamed, Gil.
fan onto the bandwagon.
It can lead to winning games in there. It's not going to be championship basketball. If they're planning on playing the 3 small guards, they might play 4 small guards, right? Because you got to play because your
Bridge is not small.
Who?
Bridge is not small.
He's your
playing the 3. Oh,
No,
OG is the 4.
Who?
OG.
No, I'm talking about when their best lineup is Brunson, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo. That is you gotta know, that is their 3.
No, not anymore. That was a great lineup for us last season. Great lineup for us. That was a lineup out of sheer desperation.
Bro, we are watching him watch us watch them.
This is what we do.
This is bananas.
3. That is their 3.
That was their 3 when they had nothing else.
But so that was
Okay, so that was their 3 when they had nothing else. So this conversation is about what will the chemistry look like coming into the season. And, we're going off of what Tip said. Tip said he's going to be playing some Julius Randle at the 5. And the reason he wants to play Julius at the 5 is because most likely Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, Bridges, or OG.
I don't know what button you pressing, but
and JB, right? He has to try to figure out, we were successful last year with this group. Now we have all this talent coming in. How do I make it work? That is the point of this conversation. That's it.
That was the only thing they had. So when you're talking about
Talk to him, Shotty.
last down, now you got no offense.
Wait, what was that?
Hold on, real quick. I love what Rashad McCants is doing because what he's trying to basically tell Gilbert, get out of here, bro. I was the only one up there talking about how good these guys gonna be. Y'all see your man.
Yo, AllBall gets on his
super
nerves.
uncomfortable Brandon Jennings because he's a Knicks, Nova Knicks hater. And then now you got Gilbert Arenas trying to steal Rashad McCants down because when the Knicks is popping, Gilbert Arenas gonna try to act like he was on the bandwagon. No, get out of here.
I think publicly I said I have them either 3 or 4,
You did.
maybe 2.
You did.
I literally did say that.
Okay.
So big shout out to Rashad McCants for about to put Gilbert Arenas in his place. Get out of here, Gilbert.
You say something, please? Keep playing it.
No, I was just big shout out to Rashad McCants, but go ahead.
Yeah, he ain't like that. He ain't like that.
OG is
Knicks for life.
That's what he.
OG's an offensive rebounder who had 1 offensive rebound.
Josh Hart makes up for a lot of.
For the second team, makes up a lot of.
For the second team. How good is that for the Knicks to just have guys like DiVincenzo, Josh Hart now shifting the role and then embracing those roles?
So what Gil's saying is, if we play 3 small guards, we still got one of those guards that's an offensive rebounding guard who plays like a 6'8". Now if we sub him and bring the 6'8 nigga in, he don't rebound like that, but he now scores better than Josh does. We have options that other teams don't have.
That's what you're talking about a guy. See, so all of this whole conversation is there's no facts until the season happens. So we're going off of what we think is going to happen. Right now, the only facts we have is
projecting.
The Nova Knicks outside of Bridges played fucking well last year. I've said it the whole time during here. It's hard to rewind players backwards. If I average 20 it is very hard to say, hey, we need you to now average 5 to 10. That is a very hard pill to swallow for any player. That's what this conversation is about. There's no New York hate besides Brandon, because it's a beef between him and Rashad.
13, 15, 17, 14, 13, 15, 18, 13, 11, 8, 8. You talk about rebounders now. You put him on the bench. Now he has bench time. Right, this is starter time. So him coming in. Why was it starter time? Because the team's hurt. So he's not going to.
Where's the elbow?
No, I'm just saying thank you because Gilbert Arenas is once again he puts his own foot in his mouth. Pause. It's like, yo, bro, you don't even watch the Knicks. Let's be for real. Rashad McCants, you can tell watch the Knicks. Gilbert, you don't watch.
Rashad was a Boston Celtics fan last year. His new team this year is the Knicks, which means he ain't watched one game yet.
But yeah, he said,
I watch everything.
No, he said more than you did. He corrected you. They had that lineup because we were hurt. Well, he made a mistake with the OG being an offensive rebound. He probably made a mistake making Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Precious Achiuwa offensive rebound. He made a mistake with that. But come on.
Well, technically, there's some teams I just don't watch. I'm just be honest. I didn't
Exactly.
Watch I didn't watch the Detroit Pistons. I just, watch highlights here and there. But I did watch the Knicks. I didn't watch Charlotte. Fuck out of here. All right. So I don't watch every team. So let me rewind.
Watch the Knicks, bro. You are one of them guys that you're only watching the names on the back of the jersey. That's all you're doing. And right now, you're showing your true self. Just because you played doesn't mean you know the game. Doesn't mean you should be able to only be the.
In fact, what did I say so far? What have I said so far besides it's going to be hard to rewind these players back? That's all I've said. That is all I'm saying so far. It's going to be hard to. The nigga played 48 minutes in the last, what's the name? The nigga averaged 19 points. It's going to be hard to rewind. That's.
I just don't think that's right. Ray, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I just don't think that's right. How are you about to act like you're about to ask NBA stars or NBA all-stars to take a back seat because guys are coming back? You're asking role players to go back into their natural roles. What are we talking about? He goes on to talk about Lynn Sanity. And when Melo came back and Amari came back, bro, that was a 2-week span. People forget that. That's the thing that bothers me about that. That was a 2-week span. That wasn't 3 months. That wasn't half the season. That wasn't catapulting us into the playoffs. Linsanity was 2 weeks of pure greatness. It is not the same thing as a full season, 50 wins. We figure out ways to win. Completely different.
But I agree with what he's saying. That is normal. You got Carmelo Anthony is a superstar. I won't call him a diva, but he acts like one. He throws his weight around. He does that.
We're talking about asking Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo to go back into their natural roles, which they have been playing their entire life.
Well, that's why I'm gonna be careful with that, because DiVincenzo is pretty much a bench player his whole career, right? He just starting last year, 63 games. Before that was 36. Before that, he was
a starter in Milwaukee for a year.
And for part-time, and right. So he's
majority of his career, he's coming off the bench.
Correct. Now, Josh Hart has started a lot in his career. That I will say. Okay, cool, right? He started 23 and 22, 16, 4. Then it came 53 out of 54, 40 out of 41, 13 out of 13, 52 out of 76, 51 out of 51 before he got traded to the Knicks. But once he came to the Knicks, 1 out of 25 games he started, and 42 out of 81 he started. I didn't even show you that. I'm sorry.
He has to, though, right?
Right. So the part that he doesn't understand is, or what he's missing, is that when you talk about a team chemistry, we're built on the chemistry. You can't. Josh Hart doesn't easily fall into the bench without having chemistry. Julius Randle, which he's not going to touch on because he kept talking about the 4-guard lineup, having who you can put at the 5, who you can put at the 4. Is like, where's Randle going to do? Randle, go ahead.
Tibbs, take Randle off the bench. Make Randle a bench player and see how that works. That's what you need. That's comparable to what you're saying right now. Getting that type of adjustment would be insane. But to ask DiVincenzo to cut his minutes in half, to cut Josh Hart's minutes in half. DiVincenzo had a career year shooting the basketball. You think that we're gonna have to be able to rely on him again, play high minutes, start every game, play defense the way he did last year because he was hella defender last year, and still be able to hit shots? But if you cut his minutes, his legs are fresher. He's getting in and out of the lineup, playing with different guys. Now you get to see a little more. I don't get how this is not comparable to asking an all-star to take a step back, because he tried to compare it to Mike coming back in '95 again with Scotty.
Oh, I wanted to get to that. We want to slow walk that one.
We get to it. Yeah, absolutely. That just goes to show what I was saying before. All his examples were bad, in my opinion.
Say it again.
I said all his examples were bad.
Yeah.
I don't think that they aligned with what we're actually looking at with the Knicks.
Look, he didn't like the way Two said stupid. Oh, my fault. They tried to say something.
Everybody knows
48 minutes in the last, what's the name? Nigga averaged 19 points. It's gonna be hard to rewind. That's all. That's the only point I've made so far. But the problem is he's anti-me. So it's because I said it, he's already going against it. He's not even trying to understand what I'm actually saying.
only want to talk about the game. And right now you're looking very stupid up there because you don't watch the Knicks. So you can't comment on what lineup is better, what's this, what's that. Bro, you see he had to go to his phone to try to prove his point.
Try to say something.
Everybody knows last season we were injured. So we had no choice but to play the guys how we played them. And they got the minutes that they had. Everybody know they're going to, Gilbert, stop trying to, prove your point. You don't know what you're talking about.
You just said it, doofus. You just said it. They played a lot of minutes last year because everybody was hurt. They played a lot of minutes last year because they were hurt. So think about it, sir. How about this? All ball. If these two niggas wasn't here and it was just you, and you was getting all that YouTube money and all that YouTube love, and then the nigga with the glasses with the Knicks hat on came back and say, I'm the man, go back.
That's you, Fabian.
To be my sidekick. Brother, that's going to be hard, is what I'm saying. They got starter minutes last year. They played great. Now you have to tell these dudes to come off the bench. History, sir, is saying I'm right. History.
He brings up Caron Butler. Watch this.
Keep going, Pete.
No, man. I just feel like, he's drinking the Kool-Aid, right? Because he doesn't watch, like AllBall said. He doesn't watch. So he's just going to drink the Kool-Aid that's served.
I don't even know what topic these niggas be on.
To the people. And the people now think that our best lineup is a lineup of Brunson, DiVincenzo, and Hart. Although we had a lot of success with that lineup last season, that was due to the fact that we did not have all our heavy hitters ready to rock and roll. So Josh Hart was amazing, and that doesn't diminish Josh Hart. DiVincenzo had a career year last season. That does not diminish who they are as basketball players. My only point with that is that now we do not have to rely on them as much as we did last season. We do have slightly better players. If I'm gonna go down the stretch and look, and OG is playing at a high level, I think OG's highest level is a little higher than Josh Hart's. Just in my opinion, I think it is what it is. Josh Hart's a great player, but I think OG's highest level is slightly higher than Josh Hart. We getting a guy like Mikal Bridges, who is already 6'8", 6'9", right? Already a high 40% three-point shooter, right? He's shooting over 40% from three. So we getting a guy that's going to knock down shots. Well, we got to replace DiVincenzo because he hit a lot of shots. Yeah, we're going to have guys that's going to hit shots. Like, I think we have a lot of good problems. And for him to
a lot of good problems. Nigga, you just said the same thing. You said what I was saying.
That's not what he was saying.
You did it.
Josiah,
yeah,
that's not what your problem. You're saying
Josiah said it.
You're saying what I'm saying.
No, you're not. You're not saying that. You're saying that it's a problem. You're saying they're not going to know how to handle that. You're saying
that it's going to cause issues. Like, their head is too big. You're asking a guy that had started minutes and was offensive rebounding out of his mind now to go play a role. Like, this is an unselfish dude. We're talking about Josh Hart. There's but so many guys that I think we can name that you can literally take off a team and put them on any of the other 29 teams and they will fit in. Josh Hart is one of those guys. OG Anunoby is one of those guys. And Mikal Bridges is one of those guys. We got 3 guys. We got 3 guys on our team right now that you can literally take off of our team, put them anywhere else on any team in the NBA right now, and they fit with the things that they bring to the basketball court. They will fit.
I'm gonna hold on to my point because I'm gonna eat to him.
Problems is not this is where being a bat, this is when you're playing the game, this is where the information from the player is more valuable.
Help me.
Than yours.
Help me. Let me hear you.
Minimize it just to those are the 3 guys that we're gonna have to attach.
I've been in the locker room 10 years.
What did your 10 years of experience tell us, Gil?
This.
Of you doing that dumb shit.
Other players step up. These players step up.
Watch this bag.
Get their value high. And then the star players come back. And then you tell the guy that he has to go back to the position he was before. I can't tell you, my guy, that is perceived well. Not one time in the 10 years I played.
Keep in mind, we talking about Josh Hart and DiVincenzo, y'all. Keep in mind. Keep in mind. Keep going. Keep in mind. That's what we're talking about. Look at the guys he names.
Think about what I'm saying.
Listen to the guys he names.
Was it perceived well? Huh? New York? When Melo was out and Amari was out, and then this guy came in by Linsanity and caught fire?
2 weeks.
Huh? And then when the King came back, what happened?
What happened?
Over. Shut this shit down.
Yes, because there's no, and it was shut down. Let me remind you, Gil. Be honest with the people. Melo and Amari coming back was not what shut down Linsanity. Mario Chalmers, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. If you don't remember the game when Linsanity and the New York Knicks went down to Miami, and that Miami team was licking their chops to guard Jeremy Lin. They were fighting over who could guard him. That is what ended Linsanity. Not Melo and Amari coming back. As soon as they snatched his confidence, it was gone. And it never came back. You don't believe me? Fact checking. I wasn't there in the locker room, but I remember.
As fans, I was at a bar on 14th Street. Hype. Melo came back. He gonna have Lin's back. Maury gonna have Lin's back. And nobody did nothing to LeBron and D Wade. They let him punk Jeremy Lin. I always stand by that.
They was in his stuff. When I talk about in his stuff, he couldn't get to anything that night. And I mean, he couldn't get to a thing, Fabian. All his stuff that he was getting to for 2 weeks, he couldn't find it.
So now imagine a player like that loses that much confidence, that just had all the confidence in the world for 2 weeks, loses all his confidence. Who's gonna have an issue with him in the locker room trying to lead Melo? Yo, Melo, give me the ball. He didn't have the balls to say no shit like that after that Miami game. They probably would have smacked Jeremy. Like, yo, get back to your locker, bro. Yo, go pick up some general tackle. I'm gonna chill, Gil, because I just wilded out. I ain't got enough money like you do to get kicked off YouTube. Okay, Papa? Damn. That was a horrible choice. But I do understand explaining, again, the psychology of players. We appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. That you admit that that's how you would feel. You, Jeremy Lin, we get out. Yo, go. You going to the bench, bro. What the hell you talking to, Jeremy Lin? I get it. Melo's saying the same thing. Bravado, he's throwing his weight around. We get what you're saying. But that, it's not the case with Josh Hart's going to throw his weight around with Jalen Brunson. DiVincenzo going to throw his weight around with Jalen Brunson. With Bridges, all NBA, all defense. That guy?
And let's not to mention, Fabian, these are guys that have played with each other since they was 18 years old, 17 years old. We've done something that is not usually done. We recognized that they won multiple championships together on the collegiate level. They were coached by one of the best coaches of all time. I don't care what anybody says. If Jay Wright comes a calling, by Tom Thibodeau. That's another story for another day. But to go and get those guys and have the forward thinking that, okay, we put them on the NBA level. All four of them are excellent NBA players. Brunson is going to be a perennial all-star going forward. Mikal Bridges is an all-NBA defender. Josh Hart is the definition of a Swiss Army knife, the utility guy. When you go into the book and look at what a utility guy looks like right now, Josh Hart is face is right there. And then Dante DiVincenzo is exactly what a 3-and-D guard looks like today. Can really shoot it. Is not that lockdown defender, but plays great team defense. Cuts to the basket well, knows how to play the game. You got four guys like that on your team that have had success in winning together. This is a no-brainer. Low-maintenance guys, non-divas. You don't get that all the time when you put four guys together. You don't get that all the time. One of them is usually a diva. One of them usually can't get out his own way. All our guys are unselfish. We're not going to have that problem. I don't care what anybody says.
And I do want to say, okay, I agree. It is normal for the star player, if they were in that position, to come back. If it was Randall last year, would have been normal for us to witness Randall having a problem with Brunson or any other teammate. That wasn't the norm for us. We were wondering, like, he still got that little bit of back of his mind. I know how we started the year off. He's starting to, but we've seen him beef with IQ, beef with everybody. He's an emotional guy.
Yeah.
And time he sucks. He gets out of it. He gets in his own head. But then we saw him say, this is Brunson's team. He's the leader. Then we saw OG get here, the floor spread, and Randall did not hog the ball. The floor spread was a different Julius Randle. That's the part you're missing. That's the part you're missing. That what also happens on normal championship teams is that people sacrifice.
Yes.
Normalities. Josh Hart is back to his normal position on the Knicks. DiVincenzo is back to his normal position intended on the Knicks. That's the part you're missing out on. Also, here's the abnormality that you're continuing to focus on. Because, yes, it is an anomaly. It can be an anomaly for you. Let's say it is an anomaly. These guys playing, getting all this playing time, they got to go back to the bench. Okay, it's an anomaly. You know what else is an anomaly? Jalen Brunson taking a $100 million pay cut. That's an anomaly.
It doesn't happen every day.
Doesn't happen every day, but guess what? It happened twice on his team.
Yeah.
The league guy took a pay cut to sacrifice the rest of the team. So, yes, when you're in this situation, it has to be abnormal. And guess what? We recognize that. Not that we don't. We are recognizing them for sacrificing, for trying to win. Again, because it's funny, when you and the Carmelos of the world, I would never take that $100 million pay cut. And guess what? Guess who didn't win? And again, I'm not a rings guy. Flea will tell you, I don't give a fuck about Michael Jordan 6-0 at all. I don't care. Either you balled out or you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But Jordan didn't get paid like that till his latter years, right? They were able to afford Rodman and finagle their way. Okay. But today, the present day, you cannot have super teams, correct? You know that, right? Because you know by Shams, you know the ins and outs of the. Okay.
I mean, keep it real. Keep it real. At the height of that Wizards team that they was on, there were 3 legit all-stars in that team, and you guys grossly underachieved. Nobody ever talks about y'all and what y'all could have been. We really could get into that bag. You, Twan, and Karan were all-stars. And you guys did not get to the heights of where y'all should have been. Ever. Ever.
But I don't want to say should he have been Brunson and taking less money, and I'm not.
They needed Gil to be who Gil was at that time. I'm not saying that. I would be lying to say that stretch of 25 a night, 29 a night, 28 a night that Gil had, that 3-year stretch was phenomenal. I'm not taking that from him. I'm just saying they had a roster constructed of where they could have been really, really good. But for some reason, there was zero expectation for a team that had 3 All-Stars a couple of years in a row.
And they were together in Golden State, which was like their little fraternity. It was like their version of the Nova Knicks.
Right.
They were together already.
Right. And so Gil and Twan
Well,
were
without-
already Gil and
without
Twan.
Without winning. Without the winning on the Warriors, where he was getting his ass busted by John Stockton.
Right. But without the winning in Washington either. They made the playoffs, but they never could get out the second round. They weren't very good.
Right.
They couldn't get out the first round. How many times were they in the second round of the playoffs with Gil as your best player? I mean, that's not the conversation right now. But again, yes, players that played in the NBA can talk from a certain perspective. But I want to highlight something Fish has been saying tonight, has been saying for weeks, days. As long as I've known Fish, he's been saying this. And I'm paraphrasing right now. I'm not going to quote Fish right now, but I'm paraphrasing. Basically, what I get from what he's saying is he loves all the guys talking the game. It's all the former players that talk the game. But there are ones that did winning, that were winning players that could talk a certain way. And the ones that didn't win, you got to stop. All right, hold on now. You're not a winning player. Relax. You don't come from winning culture. You weren't in the NBA winning on a high level. There's guys that talk this game that were winning at a high level. Some of you guys weren't. Some of you guys were career losers. So how do you...
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Who played at a high level that was a winner that talks the game good like that?
Who played at a high level that was a winner that talks the game like that? The first name that comes to mind is Isaiah Thomas. Like when I listen to Zeke talk the game,
it's dope.
It's dope. I'm not, and that's aside. Get your bias aside, whether you like Zeke or not. When I listen to Zeke talk the game, I'm impressed.
But I'm not that impressed with Shaq. Shaq says a bunch of nothing, but I still do hold
1000%.
his. But I hold his experience when he says, "I wouldn't respect JJ Redick if I was in the locker room." I have to adhere to that information. I have to. Yo, you're Shaq. You're the biggest player on the planet. Nobody can stop you. And if you say, I don't respect this dude, that's what somebody who's another Shaq, they won't be the exactly Shaq, but they will be the best player on a different team. And you walk in that locker room and you just played with me 2 years ago. I'm not respecting you. That's what Shaq's explaining. So I gotta go, oh damn, I never thought about it that way. I just seen you on my bench 3 years ago. I don't respect you, bro. That's what Shaq is saying. And maybe he sounds like Gilbert Arenas a little bit. Like that. When we say arrogance, is like we can't always control the engine like Kanye's. Kanye's crazy, but that same crazy made classics.
But see, here's the thing with that right there, Fabian. For guys to rest on who they were, for that to propel you during the conversation, is garbage.
Right.
I don't give a damn who Shaq was 30, 20 years ago, because we all know who he was.
Right.
But right now, Shaquille O'Neal, you sitting in front of me and we talking the game of basketball right now. You can't big time me with four-time champion, 3-time NBA Finals, NBA MVP, all that. I know that. I know I did my homework. But I'm talking to you right now, mano y mano. Let's talk what's going on right now with the game of basketball. That's what I think it gets confused by those guys that can't really talk it. Like a Shaq, like a Barkley. Like there's guys that have that.
You don't think Barkley could talk the game?
I'm not impressed with him on talking the game.
Okay, so that's my point. I'm
not impressed, but other people enjoy him, right?
But I don't think he's entertaining. But I don't think Barkley is who is the Barkley of that? Like JJ Redick was on his way of being there, but he still wasn't Barkley in them. And my thing with Gilbert Arenas is that, bro, we look to you. I love the insight when I say you would hate that I say Kobe Bryant's kind of overrated defensively. Like what you mean? Like he wasn't Jordan. He wasn't Bruce Brown on him. Like he was just, to me, wasn't lockdown. So for Gilbert Arenas to come on, show the video where he was busting Kobe Bryant, he couldn't guard me. He was okay defensively, but he certainly couldn't guard me. And he broke down why. So it was like, oh, okay, I wasn't bugging. Not to say that I'm right or you're wrong right now, but he's giving insight on when he play. I'm watching that. It's exactly what I thought it was because it's harder for him being that build. He's not Mike. He's not strong. It's just different. T-Mac could have played better defense, but he didn't give the effort Kobe did, right? But that's besides the point. I digress. My point is that
yes, digress. Yes, digress. Because you try
you off. I'm trying to piss you off.
No,
you almost got us. You almost split the team up, Gil.
Nah, you got me right now. You got me because I want to yell at you right now.
You can yell.
The nerve of you, a 12-time first-team All Defender. You want to talk about he was overrated defensively?
Yeah, he wasn't.
That's garbage.
Yeah, he wasn't.
That's garbage.
I was never that impressed. Like when we saw lockdown dudes.
The same clip. I'm gonna send you because I can't get it to you right now. But the same clip of Gil going to get 60 on Kobe Bryant, that's the highlight of his life. Life, not NBA career, life. I'm talking about coming out of the womb. Life. That was the highlighted. I'm sorry?
I wouldn't say that. He was giving it to Kobe. It was multiple games. It wasn't not forget the 60 joint. I'm just saying, and come on, Gilbert was on fire at that point. Who really could guard him? He was just missing on his own. So that's really a bad example.
He was a bucket getter. There's nobody on the face of this earth that is a lockdown defender that you're not going to get a bucket against. We're talking about the best of the best players. So if Gilbert Arenas, who was on a 3-year tear where nobody could guard him, and Kobe Bryant just so happens to have tough nights against him as well, I don't think that takes away from the totality and body of work. Yes, I got a 10-minute clip that I'm ready to send you right now of sitting in the chair, different guards from different eras, getting stop after stop after stop, turnover after turnover, bad pass after bad pass, bad shots, just in your stuff. We're not talking about a guy that played the passing lanes or just was a great, just had great instinct. He had the whole package as a defender, and he wanted to play defense.
1,000,000%, but that doesn't mean it was great, the greatest. Like the way people make it seem
like
not
was the greatest.
The way people talk about it was as if he was as good on defense as he was on offense, and I totally disagree about that. He was getting got, and again. What do I always say? He played more competition than he played Mike's babies. He's one of Mike's babies. He got to play against that. That's way harder to guard. Even the point guards were trying to be Mike. That's way harder to guard, right? Gilbert, one of them. Gilbert is an AI baby to me. AI moved from the point to the 2 guard. These are these point guards trying to be Mike.
What kind of defender was Mike as a Wizard?
Oh, come on now. Get Mike out. Mike got some nerve. We're going to talk about that. Mike got some damn nerve getting Jerry Stackhouse out of there. And making Richard Hamilton you talk about glazing. What was Richard Hamilton? What is wrong with you, Hamilton? You should have been cursing Mike the hell out.
Jerry still hate him for that. Jerry to this day still pissed off at Mike for that.
You should have punched him in it. You know Jerry's crazy too.
No, Jerry's crazy. Jerry will knock you out. Kingston, North Carolina. Fish. Tell them about them boys from Kingston. Tell them they don't play.
Brandon Ingram, Cornbread.
Maxwell, right? Cornbread. That's Kingston bread. They don't play. They will knock you on yo.
Does he have more to say about you? I just want to see you react.
Right? All right, shut that shit down. Right?
Pause it.
Right? What I think he even went to say, if he's still on this team, I want out. That's rumors. I don't know if that's true. Right? And they had to move his ass on. Didn't that happen in your organization before?
You talking about Melo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Melo hated on Lynn. We know that.
No, he didn't. Lynn was not very good.
I understand it, but Melo had a contract. He had a contract on the table, and J.R. Smith and Carmelo came out and said he ain't worth that money. They threw the crazy salt on your man.
And they were right. In the long run, they were right. They were right. I was not going forward with Jeremy Lin as my starting point guard to start the next season off. It just wasn't happening.
I was excited.
We were a 2 seed next year.
We talked about this ad nauseum.
50+ wins.
I was excited about Jason Kidd, not Ty Lawson, was it Raymond Felton, Jeremy Lin, trio at the point guard rotating. That's what I was excited about. When you got rid of him, I'm like, yo, it's a poison pill contract. You could have traded Jeremy Lin if you wanted to that 3rd year. Daryl Morey's in Daryl Morey versus who at that point? Don't tell me it was Scott Perry. No, not Scott Perry. Scott Perry's my guy. It's the other moron that I always confuse with Scott Perry. I'm sorry, Scott Perry. I've been cursing you out for years. I confuse you with that other idiot.
Oh,
yeah, you know who he is.
Steve Mills.
Him. Probably him.
Steve Mills.
Steve Mills against Daryl Morey. Fleeced him. Dummy.
Fleeced him?
Dog. We got rid of him for nothing. That means they signed him for 3 years. They traded Jeremy Lin at that third season for nothing.
Lord have mercy, Fabian. Lord have mercy. Oh,
bro,
so you like Jeremy Lin? That's
no. I'm saying you could bring him off the bench. I don't care if he's the second point guard off the bench. It's a 40. What do I say about LeBron last year? Dog, he's not a first option because he's 50 years old. Jason Kidd was 100,000 years old. We expected him to do what? Why didn't Jeremy Lin come off the damn bench or back up the other guy, the fat boy?
Remember Jason Kidd for 20 games couldn't hit a shot.
He was crazy with that stupid straight mustache.
Yeah, and we had some national TV games, bro. There was some games where Breen is talking about the streak and how Jason Kidd hasn't hit a shot in 2 weeks.
Jason Kidd is most definitely a sneaky Brooklyn ninja.
Yo, big shout out to J Kidd, man. But that year in New York, man, he had some good times. But I remember a stretch where dude couldn't hit a shot. Like it was like for a month. He couldn't.
And imagine Jeremy Lin just coming off the bench, bro. Your second or third, whatever you want to. I'm not saying to start. He clearly, after that Miami show, I don't want him to start, but King Speech is saying it wasn't Mills either. Look it up for us, guys. If it wasn't Steve Mills, let us know.
The GMs, I remember Scott Layden, Donnie Walsh.
Donnie was definitely out of there.
We missed one. Grunwald.
Grunwald was there, and
that makes sense.
He was running the Rangers too, right?
Yes. Yes. I forgot about Glenn Grunwald. Appreciate that, King Speech. I forgot about him.
Come on, I want to hear Gil talk about Fleece. We get pissed off. I almost got him with the Kobe thing too.
You got me. I was ready. Lord have mercy.
I was gonna play his when he dropped 60 on Kobe. He started the video off with that.
You go Google. What happened to the Bulls when MJ retired?
Look.
And it was Scotty's team. When he came back in the middle of the season, then he wanted to be Air Jordan again. Didn't mesh so well when they first came back and lost to Orlando, right? It didn't seem well. They had to wait a whole year. Jordan had to reclaim his shit back, and then they came back and three-peated. But him coming back and Scottie Pippen, you got to go, no, that shit ain't perceived well, sir.
You just compared Josh Hart to Michael Jordan. You big bozo. You big bozo. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Gil? What are you saying?
That's what I'm saying.
What are you talking about?
The example.
Michael Jordan didn't retire. Julius Randle got hurt. He's coming back. None of these guys are Michael. What the hell are you talking about, bro?
Yo, that's insane to me. Fabian, I was gonna throw my phone. I was in the car. I was like, is this dude making examples of Jeremy Lin, Scottie Pippen, and Michael Jordan? He goes on to talk about Caron Butler having.
I want to see it. Don't tell me. I'm gonna play. I'll be on here by myself. You can leave me. I'm gonna go crazy. I have my call. I'm not going to work tonight, bro.
Oh, that's why you haven't left me yet. You're not going to work tonight.
Bananas.
Yo, all right.
We know Russell and Katie.
I gotta eat dinner and put my child.
Y'all know that one.
You gotta do that. Get out of here. Go flee.
We know Russell Westbrook.
Look, listen.
In the Lakers, we seen that, huh?
You could go cook dinner, come back. I'm gonna be here. Let me see what he said.
We know Russell Westbrook in the Lakers. We seen that, huh?
And the Lakers? Russell Westbrook on the Lakers?
It's bad. It's bad.
What you gonna call me, Derek White II, Gil?
Bro.
Fuck you and your hairline, Gilbert Arenas.
He said,
take your hat off, Gil. Take your hat off, Fleece. Show me what the fuck. You want them 180s? You ain't got no waves, Gil. You ain't got no waves.
They ain't laid down right now, but they're around.
Almo, they don't got waves. Fuck you talking about, Gil? Where's your waves at? This stupid ass hat. Fuck out of here. My Moreno got waves, you punk. You's a punk. Yo, what is he talking about? He said, what is wrong with him? Russell, you just compared Michael Jordan and Russell Westbrook to Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo. Oh, you reaching. This is why they go at it, him and Rashawn McCants, because they're both ridiculous. Yeah. And they both will go off, make some point that is mad wild, and they argue the point is just like, dog, and it becomes entertaining. It's wrestling. Homie was entitled.
You talking about Jerry Stackhouse. Him and Fish are talking about Jerry Stackhouse right now. And Fish
is telling him, man, Jay Stackhouse will punch you in the mouth.
Fish pissed off right now because he's not letting nobody smoke. No smoke for Kinston, North Carolina. Nobody. You're not getting over saying anything about anybody from Kinston, or we're gonna show up at your door.
Oh shit.
We seen the Knicks, right? What's the name is out? James Harden's the king. We then he comes back. We see how that fell apart, right? We get that, right?
Who?
I don't know. He was bugging right now.
You remember when what was it? Old 0405. Kobe missed a lot of time. Caron Butler was playing very well. And then, because I remember, you know, when they came to me, they said the story like, man, we was balling very well, man. Then he came back and said, hey, the captain's back. Everybody get back into their old positions. And then it was bumping heads. And then them two niggas got shipped out. And, you know, they got Kwame Brown over there.
Okay. Kobe Bryant.
So the start.
So far.
Kobe Bryant.
So Josh Hart, or Donnie DiVincenzo. Josh Hart is Michael Jordan, Russell Westbrook, and Kobe Bryant. Yo, Gil, you crazy, bro? Yo, Gil is bugged out. Yo, Gil, you talk about us. Take that fentanyl out the bud, dog.
In New York, fentanyl out the
in New York, we got all kind of spots. Y'all been had the weed spots out there in Cali, bro. What happened? The fuck you smoking?
Man. Nah, man.
He said he's Kobe, Westbrook, and Jordan.
No.
So how you got us out the finals? We got Jordan on the bench, please. We got Kobe.
We got Mike Jordan on the bench. We got Scottie Pippen coming off the bench. He said James Harden was a Knick. He was bugging. He just started bugging. Let's ask 0405 Caron Butler. Like Kobe Bryant was supposed to come back and let Caron take them to the promised land.
Yo, Caron, let me know where I gotta be on the court. Yo, let me know. Want me to carry your bags? So you telling me, yo, Gilbert, you just tell me if you want a Knicks, Josh Hart's gonna start beef if you would have started point guard.
Josh Hart is gonna tell is gonna tell Tibbs, you can't start Julius Randle over me. You can't do it. You can't start our 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA.
The nigga that took less money for you to be here.
For you to be here, Josh Hart. A guy that's 25, 10, and 5 in his sleep. He gonna tell Tibbs now he can't start. I'm gonna feel away because our NBA All-Star that he's coming back, he's gonna start over me. Man, Gil, you can see me, right? It's my camera's level. I'm not in the car. Can't see up my nose. All that funny stuff he was talking about. Talking about my glasses. Get out of here.
Yo, Gil, man. This is awful. This is awful work.
Starting lineup that I think you guys are gonna have is, I think I got JB starting, Mikal at the 2, OG at the 3, Randall, and Mitchell. That's an amazing starting 5. Elite in my mind. This starting 5 gonna give some people problems. Now, if you decided you want to allocate minutes, see, this is where you guys are not thinking outside of, I don't like Gilbert, so whatever the fuck he says, I'm going to disagree with. When you have to allocate minutes, right? You have two problems. The problem one is, is Randall going to come back trying to be the king? Or does he understand that the city has chosen Brunson? All right. So you got those right there, right? If they figure that out, okay, that's one problem gone. Now, DiVincenzo, the last 40 games, averaged 19 points a game. He had double-digit scoring 40 straight games, last 40 games of the regular season. Now, if he was a free agent this year, he can get all of right below the max. Or shit, he can damn near get a rookie max. Averaging 19 points. His agent can go in and say, hey, we want the max, or we want at least a 5-year, 150, 175 is what his marketplace value would have been if he was a free agent this year. Now, he has to go back to the bench and get how many minutes now? That becomes a problem because at this point, all he sees is his value drop. His value is not going to be where it was at the end of last year. So Josh Hart value drops and DiVincenzo, they value drop. That's another problem. Because what ends up happening is the starting five is going to be battling with the bench squad with the crowd, just like the Clippers did. You remember the Clippers, sir? Huh?
Which ones?
Do you remember Lou Will and Trez, Pat Bev? They carried that team, right? No stars, they carried it, right? Lou Will was supposed to make the All-Star game that year, but he didn't. Like, niggas in the NBA were like, man, that's crazy. And then they went and got Paul George and Kawhi. You, as fans,
Pause it.
oh, this is Kawhi team.
Pause it, because this is the last thing I'm going to say. I'm going to jump out of here. And if you're still on, I'm going to jump back on. Gil is being disingenuous again. And what I mean by that is, look at the names you just named, Gil. Lou Williams, Patrick Beverly, Montrezl Harrell. They absolutely carried that Clipper team. They were absolutely really, really good that year. They exceeded expectations. They overachieved in that space. But the goal is you playing for championships. The goal is to make deep playoff runs. The goal is to take it to the next level. That year is the year that the famous phrase was coined. Y'all know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant. After he just went and gave Patrick Beverly 50, 45, whatever it was, after there was this notion after 2 games, Patrick Beverly could guard Kevin Durant. So what do? They go and get Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. 2 elite level players to help take them to the next level. That is what you do in this game that you know so well, Gilbert. You cannot exceed. We're talking about the New York Knicks now. Remember who we're talking about, Gil. We are striving now for something. We're playing for something. This is not just, it's cool now. No, we saw the success last year and we're trying to build on it. How you build on that is by playing your best players, putting your best players in the position to help us be successful. You do not, I understand it's going to be somewhat of an issue, but that's the issue that we deal with. We have to deal with that issue when we get, you don't start Mikal Bridges. You don't sit down Randall to appease and keep the chemistry between DiVincenzo, Brunson, and Hart. You're not going to win many basketball games like that next year. There's tape out on us now. There's a target on our backs now. We are not the guys that are just going to show up to the gym and nobody understands what the Knicks are bringing. We're going to come into the arena and guys are going to have a game plan scouting report for how do they stop the Knicks. And the first thing is taking the head out of the snake, which is Brunson. So, like, come on now. Like I said, love and night. Good problems, man. Good problems. So, Ray, I'm going to jump out. If you still here cooking it up, I'll see you in a few.
I'll definitely be here. I listen to the rest of these shenanigans.
Ray.
Listen, man. Let's finish this up, man. Trying to find a good way to really name this. Destroying Gilbert Arenas. All right. Y'all cooking Gil up tonight. King's speech, I appreciate it. Shit, can go back to sharing this. He was just going crazy. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. He said Josh Hart. He said Josh Hart is Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant.
I played. I know. Oh shit, that's a problem. Oh, Lou Will and Trez, this is a battle. Trez and Lou earned the right with the team, and these two niggas is new, and y'all automatically gave them the keys because y'all paid them.
Right.
That was the battle. That's why it faltered. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying being in the locker room, this is about money also, right? As much as you guys think that a player like DiVincenzo will be willing to come off the bench to sign a 4-year deal for $5 million to stay there, nigga, you're crazy. They have problems, good problems, but they have problems. And I said, I don't know if Tibbs is ready for these problems. Just like Phil Jackson wasn't ready for Gary Payton and Karl Malone when they came over there. And Gary Payton was having a problem with Kobe in his space. And it was better to just say, you know what, Derek Fisher, you start. You play more. You're used to Kobe.
Well, you know what? I see, that's what you don't know. My biggest critique of the Knicks, the person who has the most pressure on them, is Thibodeau. We said that as soon as the season, I said it as soon as the season ended. I don't like the way he divvied up the minutes. I really don't appreciate how he divided the minutes up. He didn't play. He wasn't planning on playing pressure to a shoe against the 76ers. And he played him in game 3 when Mitchell Robinson went down. He was forced to play him in there. He gave Mitchell Robinson 30 minutes in game 1 and iHeart 20 minutes after Mitchell Robinson's coming back recovering from injury. Then the next game, he gave the opposite. He gave Mitchell Robinson 20 minutes, iHeart 30 minutes. It was like, why didn't you do this from the beginning? You know Mitchell Robinson's lingering around. Plus, you were going to play Precious Achiuwa, who's an athletic perimeter guy, perimeter defender. Same thing with OG. These are the athletic perimeter defenders that give Embiid trouble. And you went with iHeart. Mismatch. We saw it from the beginning. So when you tell me that Tibbs he's very stubborn. We're very well aware of that. Precious Achiuwa did not start game 1 against the Pacers. I'm peeved about this. Remember, Mitchell Robinson played, I think he missed game 1 and played game 2, or vice versa. He played game 1 and he missed game 2. Precious Achiuwa missed game 1. He wasn't even planning on putting him in an 8-man rotation. They had 7 guys in game 1. Don't tell me about Tibbs, Gil. We know about Tibbs. You saw we blame him for Derrick Rose and all that and who else thing. Everybody. That's what we blame Tibbs for. We get it. We know. We know what we're up against. Tibbs has no excuse but to have an 8 or 9-man rotation now. We know that. Had to get into dad mode. This guy's really crazy.
All that talent clash.
Y'all horse to this coming season. That's not true. We're getting a guy that keep coming back. I said the other day in terms of how he gets it, but 25 and 10 is fucking 25 and 10. However you slice it, and that's coming back. That's coming back, and I think he's coming back with an attitude. I think he's coming back.
Exactly, King's speech. DiVincenzo on the contract for 2 more years. That's what the Brunson deal I know you could speak better to this, Gilbert Arenas, right? You can speak to more even if you playing on Brunson's team and you're DiVincenzo, and you can say, sit there and look at Brunson take less money, and Brunson's looking at you like, yo, dog, you ain't gonna take a pay cut? You're gonna look at him like, no, I'm out of here. You need to trade me if we win the title this year, or we're doing well this year. I'm putting pressure on her. We know about this, the disease of more. Pat Riley talked about this. Nobody had a three-peat in the 80s because it's hard to win back-to-back, let alone 3 in a row, because people won't think they're bigger stars than what they are. Everything you're saying, Pat Riley talked about. And we didn't even win yet. And you talking like this. They're trying to make history, bro. That's the part you missing out on. That's the part that you missed out on in your career, big dog. If we're keeping it real, you didn't want to be a legend like that. You wanted to be a yapper, a gunner. No pun intended. No pun intended. Brunson's trying to be a legend. I know to you, it's all fodder, it's fun and games. Your man is in New York City. The fact that he's copying Derek Jeter's style, talking to the media a certain way, very well prepared. They're brushing his image a certain way. We get it. We know what's going on here. Tom Brady, Jeter, we ain't fooling nobody. Brunson can't be perfect. Who knows what he does in his personal life? But he's presenting an image that way. He wants to keep it clean cut, wants to stay out of the limelight like that, or stay in the limelight with a particular image. We get what's going on, bro. He's also taking sacrifices so he can create a legacy here. That's what he's working on. That's what they're working on. It's not just Brunson. It's not just DiVincenzo. It's from top to bottom. You know this. CAA is with Woj, right? Woj is with CAA, correct? So that the whole company CAA has been CAA. Leon Rose met James Dolan through the LeBron trade when it failed. That's how they got Carmelo, because Carmelo was his agent too, correct? He gave us that bum-ass Bargnani from Toronto. I was mad at Leon Rose for a while. But yeah, Super CAA out here. That's our whole family. You think we don't know what's going on? These guys are trying to be legends. Legends. And you had a chance to be a legend as a player, and you still got a chance to be a legend as a media member. Because this is what you're doing right now. Do not think I don't appreciate it for 2 seconds. Because I know what this takes. I know you taking time out of your day to go holler at somebody, but you know what it is. You know what it is, bro. If you see me in person, it's the same deal. The same deal. Period, bro. We talk just like this. We love basketball just like you do, bro. But you got to show us something else. You can't show me this dumb shit you did today. This was dumb. I'm not gonna lie to you. These parallels you got going on. You said, come on, man. You compare Josh Hart to Michael Jordan coming back. Come on, dog. Look, listen to what you're saying. Just be real about it. I hope your man is sitting there talking to you about this shit. You sound crazy.
With something to prove. I think he's coming back ready to rock and roll. Like, so Gil don't know what he's talking about. Again, the people that
you don't know what you're talking. I don't know if you don't know what I'm talking. You don't know what you're listening to because you're saying what I'm saying. Just like Rashad. I don't know if y'all know what Rashad does. You can agree with him. He's still going to argue with you.
So do you, motherfucker. What you talking about? That's exactly what you do. You took what we said and tried to spice it up. It's called gaslighting. That's what the kids call it nowadays, at least. You took what we said about Woj. We never said Woj was going to be a big time. He's going to know the game of basketball. He's going to create a super team that has alma mater. No. You just described the process in which what we know Woj does. Woj is out there. He's going to be an agent. He doesn't rock with the players. He rocks the front office. Okay, he's a power broker. So you described that and ran with that. But what are you really saying? You ain't saying nothing we don't know. You ain't saying nothing. You really didn't. We know McCann's whole game. McCann's came off crazy. But if it was, let's keep it 1,000. If you really want to watch this, if we keep it 1,000, without McCann's, where's that show at? If you want to keep it a buck. How about that? Let's get to that. Get to that, big dog. McCann, without McCann's on that show, the arguing, the Undertaker shit that he does, your show is dope. The setting is dope. We talking about stars, though. He's becoming a star on your floor, and he should respect you. You should respect him. But we know what time it is, man. We know what time it is. Stop acting like we don't know what we're talking about either.
Because he ain't arguing on the basis of the subject anymore. Now he's debating on how they're going to play the game. And I'm saying it's going to be crazy I don't think it's winning basketball if they tried to play their success team last year and then Julius at the 5. I'd rather have Julius at the 4 and then have my big man do a bigger lineup. Having 4 small guards is crazy.
You repeat the same shit. Who wants 4 small guards? See, and again, you didn't watch OG Anunoby, and you're gonna think this is funny, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But there's a reason why I was hyped up when we had OG Anunoby, and I said if he comes back, I don't care if Embiid is healthy. I don't care if Joker's healthy. If you go back and watch when OG locked up Giannis, and he was locking up Embiid in the regular season. I ain't talking about the postseason. I ain't talking about none of that. None of that. I'm talking about when OG was in the game regular season when we went 14-2 and all that. We smoked Philly. We smoked Denver. We smoked Minnesota. Everybody. You could say it's an anomaly. You could say it was a short time period, short little sample size. You could say whatever you want to say. But that's what we look forward to. That's what we saw with Julius Randle. The floor was spread, and he was playing one-on-one a lot, jumping into the middle of the paint, kicking it out, drawing the defense. Game got a lot more simple. Defensively, we were monsters. And we didn't even have Mitchell Robinson. We didn't have our starting 5. Mitchell Robinson was not there. Don't tell me you watching, bro. Don't tell me you watching and Julius Randle's there. Yeah, we had iHeart. Who's going to make up for that? I think we could do on a perimeter. You got Bridges, you got OG. There's a lot of rotation going on over there. I don't like, if there's a weakness for OG, is coming around the pick, trying to chase the speedy guards. He don't run around the pick. He runs around the pick like he's chasing, like he's a cop chasing somebody. Go look at OG when he's on defense and it's at the pick on him. Like when Maxey's got the ball and he's guarding Maxey, he runs horribly. He should not guard Maxey at all because they're gonna throw picks at you all day long. But Bridges, come on, man. I heart damn near. I don't see all defense, but he's up there. DiVincenzo, all these guys. You bumped into the wrong crew, Gil. I don't know who you think you're gonna flame. Because I heard what you said at the end, too. I can't wait to get to that part.
You can't play that against Denver. You can't play that against Boston. You can't play that against Embiid. You can't play that against you can't play that against the Lakers, and you can't play that against the Bucks, right? So if these are the teams that's supposed to be elite, playing Julius at the 5 is gonna be difficult. It puts too much pressure on your team. So you're gonna have to stay big. And if you're staying big, that means Josh Hart and DiVincenzo, they're fighting for the same minutes, right? Right, you got Josh Hart. So who's the backup point guard, right?
Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart fighting for the same minutes. They're going to fight for similar minutes, but Josh Hart is going to have to fill in for a lot of the front court. He's going to make up for a lot of the front court players because he's a great offensive rebounder. It's between him and Mitchell. Mitchell Robinson is the best offensive rebounder we have. Josh Hart's the second best. So that's a different role than DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo plays the perimeter. He sticks around the perimeter a lot. I know Josh Hart hit a lot of big shots in the playoffs, but that's not really his game. He runs in transition. He got better at running in transition. He could get the rebound, run down court. They used to smack the ball out of Josh Hart's hand every time he crossed half court. I used to hate when he crossed half court in transition. It was horrible. It was trash. Unforgivable. Then he got better. He started finishing in transition, and we started dealing with it. But his game is not really a perimeter game, even on offense. Right? He crashes the boards. DiVincenzo's not, he might do it here and there, but he ain't no Josh Hart. Josh Hart averaged 7-8 rebounds a game on the Pelicans. That's when he really got his game together because he was an athletic dude coming out of Villanova, went to the Lakers. You could tell he's athletic, but what's he gonna do? And all of a sudden, boom, got straight to the Pelicans. He found his game, he found his niche, and we got him. I don't see he's gonna fill in for McBride. You're gonna have minutes there. OG he's gonna miss some games. You're gonna have to rest him, right? Mitchell Robinson ain't coming to December. That's one spot that we can finagle. Backup point guard sometimes is Deuce McBride. And Kolek, we're going to see if he gets some minutes. Who we drafted. That's going to be tough, but that's what McCann said. It's a good problem to have. What other teams have this problem? Only OKC is as deep as this roster. Boston's not this deep. And I'm going to tell you the other team that nobody's talking about. Nobody's talking about this. And I said it first. The Memphis Grizzlies are the scariest team out west, bar none. Nobody's talking about that.
And have a backup point guard, backup 2. You got OG. So between JB, you're going to at some point be playing Brunson 30, 40-something minutes. So that means there's really only 17 to 20 at max. Right? And can I ask you guys something? And this is just human being chat. If you played in the NBA, you played 30 plus minutes last year and then damn near played 48 and then come back to play 17, are you really happy? Like, be honest, man. Because you know 38 and 40, that comes with a paycheck, and 17 minutes come with a paycheck too, right? Because I can tell you, if DiVincenzo is up next year and he plays 17 minutes a game, I can tell you he will lose about $70 million going back to that bench.
He might. And again, this is my issue with this. It's not even an issue because all he could do is speak from his POV. We got to respect that. You got to respect Gilbert Arenas. I played ball. I know what it feels like to have this much time on the bench. I'm coming back from injury or whatever the case may be. And you expect to have a starting position and make X amount of money. Once that happens, okay. Right? But they don't have your ego, dog. That's a part of the winning. That's all we're saying. If they do that, they're going to be legendary in New York. See, that's the part you don't understand. You will never understand that. You think this shit is a farce. You think we're just crazy Knicks fans. It's not the case. We make, yo, I'll always say this. Joe Namath has been on TV my whole life with them big ass ears. He won 60 years ago, bro. He's still a legend. What do you think is going to happen if the Knicks win a championship? The 90s Knicks are still iconic here, and we ain't win shit. It's not what you do, it's really how you do it, Gil. That's really what it's about. That's where you get respect from. See, I kind of respect you because you still went on the platform, you talked about us, and you really didn't. It's funny. It was getting too much. Like, that wouldn't take place in person. I guarantee you that. I'm letting that be known right now. You just won't. I'm 5'7". I bet you won't do it. I guarantee it. You utter them words. It's funny. But you don't talk like that in New York. I don't know what you do out there. That ain't cool. That's my guy. You don't talk to him. I don't care who you are. Not around me. That's crazy, right? So we keep it respectful, like you said. Appreciate the love. Show us the love. That's cool. And someone tell Gil the contract situation. Knicks signed Devo for 4 years, 4 for 50 last year, and y'all scream we overpaid. We used it. Exactly. Said the same thing about Brunson. We overpaid for Brunson. We overpaid for DiVincenzo, and all of a sudden it's a discount. Now all of a sudden they're gonna ask for even more money. Boy, oh boy.
That was my whole conversation, dogs. That was my whole conversation. That's all I was talking about.
You ain't saying nothing. You pretty the same dumb shit.
That's it. That was it. that was all.
People that are invested in the Knicks, aside from everybody else in the NBA, you can 5 to 10 seconds after they speak, you know, okay, you watch us. Okay, you watch us. And 5 to 10 seconds to let me know, okay, you don't.
Get your face.
So I want to get back to the topic you guys touched on. And I want to pause again.
Well, real quick, can you finish just a little bit?
Right. That's what I'm saying. They're going to touch on the chemistry part that they brought up. I was like, hold on, because this is the perfect guy to bounce a damn brick off.
But we take advantage of them. And what I'm saying is your best lineup is the 3 guards because how they play with each other. So now you're going to sacrifice your real chemistry. Yeah, it wasn't real chemistry if everybody was hurt.
The fact that he's saying no on look at this.
So now you're going to sacrifice your real chemistry. Yeah, it wasn't real chemistry if everybody was hurt. Yeah,
if it was, where did they go last year? So you're saying the Nova Knicks, that you guys are calling it the Nova Knicks for a reason, right? Like, dude, get your hate out your blood so you can get information. You calling it Nova Knicks because they were good. They played well together. That is a fact.
How many of the Nova Knicks were starting when we went 14-2, Gil? When we had the best record. January was the best record in a month that we had my whole life, basically, for 30 years. How many Nova Knicks started? Who did we sacrifice from the Nova Knicks to get to 14-2 and break records, break Knick records? I'm not, not all-time records. That's the chemistry we're referring to. So when you're referring to some chemistry in the playoffs, That you think that was the remedy. You think that's the formula. It's not. It's not the formula. We didn't sacrifice the formula. We got our formula got eclipsed. It got handicapped. That's the part that you're missing because you keep getting bumping your head over there. On what? What are you doing on the invisible ceiling over there? Stop smoking that dust, man. Stop smoking that bullshit, Gil. We got good shit over here in New York City, bro. We'll hook you up.
How are you shaking off of fact? Like, so if I go there and put them 3 niggas' names in and then say what their record was at the end of the season and how they did in the playoff, you're still going to shake like that wasn't a real thing?
Oh, it wasn't.
That is a fact. I'm talking about who they are, who they were last year. We don't know who they're going to be. We're guessing. So all this shaking and shit that you're mad about is what they were last year. You can't dispute the fact of who they were, the chemistry of them. OG, Randall, that team don't have chemistry with them coming back. So this new Knicks don't have chemistry because they got to figure that out. There's 3 new starters. Wait, hold on. There's 4 new starters in a sense. I mean, OG started, but you guys get on. Technically, there's 4 new. There's a starting 5 that got to get to know each other. But I'm talking about.
We don't know if Precious is going to start yet. We don't know if Randall's going to start the season yet. That's up in the air still. So you got OG and Brunson are the only returning starters for sure at this point. That's what we know. So Josh Hart might start, or Chua might start. That's all we know. So we were already going to change the dynamic. You want us to start DiVincenzo and Josh Hart and bring OG and Bridges off the bench? Like, picture you're the coach, right? You're in your office, right? With your funny hat. All right? With your funny hat. You're the coach. You coach Gilbert with this stupid look on your face. I walk into your office. I'm Josh Hart, and I tell you, yo, man, I think I should start. That's the same dumbass look Josh Hart's gonna give me if I'm Thibodeau. Yo, I think I should start, Coach Tibbs. Tibbs gonna go, okay, over who? Bridges. Man, get the fuck out of my office, man. And go bag up some of that shit you fucking sniffed. So we can sell that shit on the corner, MSG. Fuck is wrong with you, Gil? Talking that dumb shit.
The team that do know each other.
Created chemistry, yeah, but it wasn't the real chemistry. But they had to.
But now here becomes the problem this year. Now let's say they're not winning or they're struggling.
We don't go back to some of those guys. We're going to say everybody that was hurt go back to being hurt. No, we can what? We can win.
But now you got everybody healthy. I'm just saying.
These niggas is giggling. I want every.
Yes, yeah, because listen to what he said.
But now here becomes the problem this year. Now let's say they're not winning or they're struggling.
We don't go back to some of those guys. We're going to say everybody that was hurt go back to being hurt. No, we can what? We can win.
But now you got everybody healthy.
He's saying what we're saying, you prick. So you want everybody that was starting to go back when everybody got hurt, the people that were starting, you want them to start? That's what's so funny, moron. The hell are you talking about? How don't you understand that? You. We 3 hours in, I doubt you'll make it. I'll timestamp it for you if you need. Or I'll clip it up for you. What don't you understand about that? You want everybody that was hurt to get hurt again, so that the same people could go start and we could go to the playoffs and have the same problem. That's what he's telling you. But you're not listening. Just like McCants, you argue the same way. That's your problem. You don't get it.
Okay, I'm saying, these niggas is giggling. I want everybody to monitor these niggas' pages. If they go on a 5-game losing streak, and the crowd start booing and they start screaming, Nova Knicks, Nova Knicks, I want you guys to do it, edit, because that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the crowd fell in love with the Nova Knicks. So anytime this starting 5 don't play very well, what do you think the crowd's going to be screaming, sir? And you niggas is laughing like y'all not going to be part of it. They laughing like if they don't make the playoffs or they get put out in the first round, they're not going to be cussing.
That's what we talking about with the hate. That's hate. That's just hate. What you talking about? These guys are laughing in case they don't win, and then all of a sudden, you're just making shit up. That could happen. You know what else could happen? We could win. And your dumbass will be dead wrong. Because you didn't watch the Knicks. You couldn't even name their starters. You don't even know how many starters they're missing right now. We just said you don't watch the Knicks, and guess what you just said? You just admitted. You don't watch the Knicks. You big dummy. Yo, Gilbert, man. We got to keep going.
Fucking Tibbs out. But you got, listen, man, you guys got, listen to all the, this is what I need to tell you people, man. If you want to be in this sports realm and be successful in the sports realm, if you're biased, say you're biased about.
We're biased. We're biased. We're biased. What about you? You biased to your point of view too. The human, bro. Golly, this guy, man. Big time, Turbo. Big time in his feelings. It's all good, though. You got to love the love.
Certain things. Other than that, let it go. Let it all go because it don't matter. Right? Let the ego and your bias go so you can get all the information. Or you just sit here and look goofy shaking your head on some shit that's just a fact.
What was the fact?
He's saying he's not going, well, remember, he's a new Knicks fan.
Well, McCann, we know.
If he's coaching, he's saying, fuck Josh Hart and DiVincenzo. That's what he's really saying.
We watched the show, bro. We love the show. McCants grew on us. McCann started off like a big-time clown, like I told you, man. But now it's like he's making the show. He fell into his role, man. We know what he is, man, but it's still Knicks all day. The Knicks bandwagon's getting bigger. You think that we didn't notice Kendrick Perkins all of a sudden picked the Knicks? Just about when he's like, you know, this team might be popping off, man. Who has the biggest real fan base on Twitter? You got Golden State, you got the Lakers, you got a couple out there, but it's really Golden State, the Lakers, the Knicks, and I don't know who else. Kendrick Perkins be on Twitter, bro. We're not fooled by this, man. We in the mix. Who you think you're dealing with, Gilbert?
But you New York Knicks fans ain't gonna be saying that. Goddamn Stephen A. Smith fucking forehead. Speaking of forehead, that motherfucker shiny right there. God damn, dog, let it go.
Listen, man.
He only in the chat. Oh, AllBall TV. Hey, I don't know how to send a link, but look.
We were in there. Shorty was hating.
I'll send a link. What the fuck you gonna talk? You gonna talk about the same shit I'm talking about? Hey, Miss Sunshine, is there a link you can send him?
We would have flamed you.
But you gonna get up there and talk about himself?
Yeah.
And
would have flamed you.
I don't know how to send links, but Miss Sunshine, you know how to send links?
That's what you'd have been doing, tapping your 10 just like that. Fuck you talking about? I'm gonna send you the link. Shorty was hating, man. Shout out to her too.
You think it's a nigga with his head right here? I hope he put a hat on.
Would it talk to you?
I know Melo definitely hated on Insanity, man. That's how it works, man. Come on, man. These NBA players, man, they want their money. All right?
You get it?
Money first, success second. Right? And if you think I'm lying, somebody asked me, and I want to make sure Scottie Pippen didn't make no comment about would he rather have money or championships, because I'm pretty sure he didn't start off the beat. Before I throw the hate, I'll just do it this way.
Right.
When everybody talks about championship, do you guys know that Scottie Pippen didn't start the beginning of the season?
Yes.
Because he was holding out.
Contract dispute.
On his contract. He didn't like the contract that he was in. Yes. And he was holding out and decided to have surgery on his foot right before the season started to prove a point.
And Mike called him kind of selfish.
I don't know.
Mike said play out the contract. Yeah, bro. I think you used to having these little 15-year-olds in your chat, bro. You better be easy with that nowadays, too. Gilbert, you better start filtering these guys, man. Who you think you talking to, man? We know about Scottie Pippen and all that, man. We know about Shaq breaking his toe, getting surgery in October like an asshole, and getting surgery and he's out for 2 months, and Kobe's mad at him. We know about these things, bro. We get it. You guys got egos. That's what makes the Nova Knicks special. I wanted to smoke. I see you in there, East Blue. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Turbo, great publicity. Great publicity. Hopefully we can chop this up and really get some publicity.
Mention it, but you can see championship didn't have shit to do with his money. Players want their money first. Hey, speaking of head, did you see the big head? Oh, damn it. I said I wasn't going to do this no more. God
What
damn
did you do?
Hey.
Here we go.
Head. Right, and that, damn it, Derek. Derek. I know you want to. I mean, you know, if you'd had the gold medal on you, I'm probably sure he wouldn't have hit you. I mean,
nah, he might.
What I do know you as an NBA.
You show it?
Woo! Slept. Whoa!
On.
Look,
Hold on, let's get to the
he
end.
hit the nigga so hard that
This we talk.
the same way.
Let's see, we talk on the
Mid
spicy.
Africans is cool, man. I gave them exposure.
Now when we talk spicy,
I got the page.
I like the spicy
It says
talk.
team 2, 6%
Okay,
in my
dumb
work
shit.
town. Sorry. LeBron wasn't on the team. I didn't have Bronny when you guys did the vote. I didn't have Bronny's in 2025. Hey, my sources said LeBron James was picking his son from my source. So I have a draft 2 days before. I get to make it happen in real life before it happens in real life. Basically, I told Brandon, that's how bad you are as a coach, that your team percentage is higher than Kenyon's, but he beat you. Your card is probably a 95, which I hope he allows it. He wants to say we have to put everybody in a position and the ranks have to play. Well, cool, because when like nigga, take reality out of it. Like we know how great Wemby is and what he would do, but the problem is this. You have to think about the metrics of a game. My players is Hall of Fame. They're already labeled Hall of Fame, right? You have active
2K?
players in real time.
I can't play 2K.
They're not people. They don't understand that, right? So, all right. Y'all know I take about 10, 15 minutes before I say goodbye. Hey, all that TV, man, listen. I get it, man. I don't be wanting YouTube beefs, man. I really don't. I don't like doing this, right? I like just creating a positive atmosphere, doing my little thing, and keep it like moving, that, bro. I don't want to go back to the old me, right? The old me ruin pages, man. I'm trying to tell you, I ruin pages, man. I pick up your bad habits, man. I look for your barber. Look at this nigga shine, boy. Look, I'm just this nigga shining right here, man. This nigga shit shining right here. All right, I'll fuck with you so much, nigga. You gonna have to put a hat on, brother. You gonna have to put a Scooby-Doo hat on, nigga. Scooby.
Okay.
They gonna have to do an investigation on where the rest of your shit went. All right, so we not gonna let's not do that. Okay, we're just gonna keep it. Let's let this be the last of our thing.
Let it be the last. What that mean?
That's it. Okay.
What that mean? You ruin channels? Gilbert. We know your threat's empty, man. Stop talking like that, bro. What YouTube beef? Stop talking that dumb shit, man. Appreciate the love. This was amazing. Just taking the time out. Gilbert Arenas took an hour and a half to talk to us, bro. That's kind of crazy if you think about it, right? He's popping on YouTube. He's popping on Twitter. He pops, he's viral all the time. We love it. Thank y'all for sticking around. 3 hours. I knew it would take that long. I hope I'm able to chop it up because that's going to take a long time to chop up. I'll see what I could do to chop it up and maybe get some more likes and views. Again, salute Gilbert Arenas. We love the game just like you. You might know way more about the game, how to deal with a 1-4 flat and all that. You might know how to do, swing the ball around and pack the line defense and all that. You might listen, man. I don't know shit. But you made a bad comp. You made a, you don't fight fires like a firefighter. That was terrible. Because I'll tell you this, right? If the difference between all of that is, what if you had a history of recording firefighters in action? from every angle, from all these multiple angles. And you interviewed firefighters every fucking day. You had reporters coming to you every day as a firefighter. Hey, how's it going? And they interviewed you every day. And they recorded every single firefighter with all their emotions. Who was getting fat, who was getting lazy, who was getting speed, who kept up their nutrition. And you recorded. Everything is documented. And we get to go to YouTube and go watch which firefighters are staying in shape. Would you choose a fat, slobby firefighter to go out there in a truck and climb the ladder? Or if you have been keeping track and you see the documentation, you see the stats, and you go, you know what, this guy looks kind of fit. Maybe he could fight a fire better than the fat dude. It's not that hard. So it's the same thing as basketball. It's just that we get to watch the game too, and there's a lot of recorded information, whether it's through speech, you know, pass it down word of mouth, or written, or image, moving image. There's plenty of communication done, bro. We get busy over here, man. Again, big thanks to Gilbert Arenas. Shout out to Gil's Arena. Your whole platform, that shit is fire. I think it's the best, to be honest, the best platform, basketball platform out there, because it keeps going viral. I'm thoroughly entertained, and when y'all talk basketball, it's amazing. You know, Cheryl Swoops getting into it. Caitlin Clark, that shit is amazing. And then you still invite her up there, so that shit is love. Because where would Cheryl Swoops go if it wasn't for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, we know she's mad at Stephen A. Smith. So that's what makes it dope. You being the anti-hero, being the rebellious guy and all that. We appreciate that, because we see a lot of us and y'all. The way you guys argue, it's the block. It's like you're on the block talking shit. We love it. We love it. We really ain't a lot different, except you're probably like a foot taller than me, Gilbert. No coke on the keyboard, Gil. I promise, man. Shout out to Rashawn McCann's Big Knicks all day. Is Mr. Dry Snitch really popping off? I don't know. Yo, hold on, Fizz. Let's not flame him. Don't flame him. He's a Knicks now, man. We gotta talk. Have y'all talked about that? If we could be real. Ask McCants, what's the deal with him in North Carolina? Are they in good standing? Huh? Like, when y'all want to talk about real, let's talk real. Right? Is that what happened with North Carolina? He said what he said about North Carolina, snitched on the whole, apparently a whole process that we thought always happened, or whatever the hell it was. And right, it's on the teachers, and Roy Williams got mad at him, and he ruined the recruiting process. I'm being honest. Like, this is what stuff we want to know. Is it gossip? You could consider that gossip if you want to, but it affected a college program out there, and they couldn't get no more Rashawn McCanns of the world, right? It was tough for them to do that. Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you ask him that? Because y'all have a lot of bravado. I would ask real questions like that if I was you. If you could get that message to, and there's no disrespect to Rashawn McCann at all whatsoever, because ain't a shot at him. Is when we think of him, that's what I'm genuinely thinking about. What made him do that for real? What made him go expose the program, however you want to put it? And how does that affect his career? You got people that say, I don't fuck with McCants, bro, because of that. Is it gossip? I don't know if you want to write it off as gossip, bro, but I want to know, man. So, yeah, man, holla at your boy. You know who I be. 3 hours on a random Monday. Jesus Christ. Hold on, we got to... Can't believe it, man. Shout out to Flea.
Big Flea. Never the little one.
All ball suckers.
Listen, man, you know who I be. Should have checked the views in it. Oh, okay. Appreciate it, man. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.